like wheat something, and it's like, that's not a cookie, and you know it.
One of the best scenes was friggin' Kevin when he rolls in to help against the other Kevins, and he's like, "Hey, shoot those guys, not us. Anything for a Kevin." And they just blast the dudes. I laughed so hard. Okay.
No, you want clap sync? One,
Yeah, I do.
2, 3, clap. Was that good for you?
Wow.
That was good for me, so long as it was good for you.
It wasn't good for me at all, but if it was good for you, then that's good.
Good, good. Always a race to the finish, and I always win.
That's not always a good thing, Noah.
Alright, so when are we going live?
We already are.
No freaking way. That's wild.
We've been live this whole time.
Oh god, no.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah, how's it going, everybody?
That's
man.
Justin leaving the house.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
He who cannot be named.
I said his name earlier.
Fivel. I'm wearing his shirt right now. In hopes.
You said Fivel. How do I pronounce it?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. That's why I said it that way.
Oh, I was like, I've been saying it right.
That's Fievel.
No, I've been talking to the second group, and they're not pleased when you call them Fivel for sure.
Me?
What second group, Noah?
I don't know what you're talking about, Josh.
Oh my god. We gotta cut.
We're not live.
Okay. You guys want to do some banter of some sort?
Yeah. Force the banter on me. Ask
Okay.
me anything.
All right, I'll ask you absolutely anything. You have to choose between being stranded on a desert island with Rogar or being stranded on a desert island with Fievel.
No.
What do you pick?
Well, Fievel would openly stab me. Rogar would stab me in the back. Which
feel
one
like-
do I...
I feel like you guys aren't giving Fievel enough credit, man. He's a sincere guy. He's
He's a
a
selfish
good dude.
guy. He's a selfish guy.
He's a selfish guy for sure.
I feel like
Yeah,
Rogar's getting a bad rep too.
Yeah, it's weird that you're getting a bad rep lately. Legitimately only because Tyson makes it sound like you betrayed him. That's why you've gotten a bad
Before
rep.
the podcast started, before we went live, Sab said, if Wolfhelm gets infected, I'm going to run.
Because who else am I going to save down there? I don't give a shit about the animals.
You're the worst bright. This is why you get a bad rep.
I care about all people, except for the Iron Wolves.
I care about all people except ones that inconvenience me in the slightest.
I care about people that are good. I don't care about people that are dicks.
Homeless people aren't always good.
What about Tyson?
I mean, if you're my friend, I'll take care of you, but...
Oh, you wouldn't give
How
your
was Sir
powers
Bartus?
up for me?
How was Sir Bartus any good? Hoarding
Oh,
all
I don't
the
care
rich.
about
Yeah, the
Spartans.
1%. You
Why
had
do you
to
think
save
I
him.
knocked him off?
Oh, God.
Yeah, but you saved him from marrying a siren.
Succubus.
Succubus.
Yeah.
That's
Siren.
the word.
Siren.
I was just doing my job. I wasn't going out of my way to save him.
Yeah, for sure. No, you weren't going out of your way or anything to save him. It's not like you busted down his gate, entered his
was
home,
And by busted down, he means spat acid on the bars.
declared that his wife was a succubus, and then just started rapidly attacking her.
I do want to know where the mayor went to. What happened with him?
He's still in
Yeah.
the cell.
Yeah, the mayor hasn't been released, dude.
He was released.
He was
Wasn't he?
released, and then no one. The Iron Wolves have a hold of him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why?
but I mean, the mayor kind of has this ceremonial position. He doesn't really have any real authority, right? It's not like you can just be like, "Oh yeah, here's all the pounds of silver you guys want." So yeah, he doesn't really have a part to play.
And
TBH.
Bartis is gone,
Wasn't
too?
he in the prison, though, for a bit?
He was,
yeah.
but then he was taken out. Yeah, you and
Yeah.
your Iron Wolves saw to it that he got a fresh beating every day.
Wow, just like Tyson.
Friggin' Iron Wolves. The
Yeah, but you're
worst,
beating
am I
him
right?
with slot.
Yeah. And I was happy for it. Hello, Mom.
So your answer for Rogar or Fievel
Oh.
Island?
Oh, Fievel, I miss him, you know? Miss his antics.
Yeah,
Him and-
for sure.
Him and his 6 arms.
Okay, here's a
Never
here's a
mind,
good
Rogar.
question.
I want some spider mouse coming at me.
Okay, Lena or Fievel?
Lena probably tried the hardest to save me, so Lena.
Romance, romance, romance.
No, she has a romance.
Don't worry, audience. Lena has stuff going on with nothing.
Two boys.
Nothing.
A
With
librarian
McCain
and a
and with
psychopath.
Wilmond.
She's asexual.
No, because there's McCain and there's Wilmond and
Oh my god.
the group
list
has been
never ends.
chatting, and so there's stuff coming.
Literally.
Literally.
Great,
Oh,
awesome.
gosh.
But we need a vote. McCain and Lena?
Who votes Rogar out?
No.
I'll kill you all.
Who's a better couple, McCain and Lena or Rogar and Tyson? That's what we need to find out.
That's not the question. It's McCain and
It's Rogar
Lena
and
or
Tyson.
Wilmond and Lena. No one. You guys aren't a
Rogar
couple.
and Tyson
I
have the
didn't-
strongest bond on this podcast.
Who? I wasn't listening because I thought you were going to say Wilmond and Lena, so
No.
then I stopped listening.
No, me and Rogar have the strongest bond on the podcast.
Or me and
Yeah.
McCain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with Rogar and Tyson
Yeah.
because there hasn't really been anything
Love
between
you.
you and McCain yet. You
Yeah,
know?
but we're Iron Wolf brothers together.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
love
brother
right
sister.
Yeah, but we don't have
Yeah.
to. We don't have a pact between us. We just love each other so much that we've always got each other's backs, except when we don't.
Yeah, those 4 episodes there that Tyson was absolutely bitching about it.
I still don't know why we haven't gotten the sound bites of his goodbye just going like, okay, prop him up so he can breathe better. It was your fault. And
Your hands are cold.
I'm gonna go find Wolfhelm again. And then you hold his hand and it's cold, and then he's just like, well, I have a meeting to get to.
Work calls. Gotta go.
The best part was, you're all stressing me out. He's getting so nervous.
Poor Sav, we pick on him too much.
Yeah, you do.
But we don't have Fievel here to pick on, so
Yeah,
That's
he has
true.
too many arms to pick on now.
that's not true at all. That just means more of him to pick on.
Dude, I mean, I'd be scared if the guy shows up. He's got 4 light hand crossbows, and he's just rapid firing them off. The guy's General Grievous, but with fur.
But way less cool.
But furry and kind of cute.
Do you think him and Ardo will ever work out?
Yeah,
With
yeah,
4.
that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with no, because I think as soon as he realized she didn't know him anymore, he just completely gave up. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but he just totally
didn't.
left her by the
He
wayside.
seems normal. You know, he was perfectly level-headed in season 1, stayed the same all the way through.
Do you think the twins that Rogar gave away are gonna work out?
Do you think we'll fall in love with the twins, Rogar?
There's still. How do you think age works?
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a rapid aging process. Shit, I didn't think of that. I don't want to fuck babies. I don't.
They just turned 6.
Oh, they were way younger than 6. They were just born. When
I
we took
know.
them.
I've been watching a ton of Chris Hansen lately, like
God.
old To Catch a Predator videos, and man, Chris Hansen, he has some slaying like phrases to get
I was real
to get
worried where you're going.
to like catch the predators.
Okay.
I don't know what phrase I'm looking for, but like they'll come in and the little girl will run away and she'll be like, "You want me to get some milk?" And then she runs away, and then he's like, I'll do the milk to your brownies as he like walks toward them. Like Chris Hansen says some fuck shit. It's like it's so great. Like he's everything I want to be in life.
God.
He's so good. And then there's
He's everything
episodes
you
where
want to
like
be in life.
what?
What are your aspirations? I just want to be like Chris Hansen, my hero.
I do.
I want to catch pedophiles, and I want to say dumb shit when I catch them.
Yeah, there's like there's 2 episodes that I really love, and one they cooked brownies and then they left them out for a couple days, and so then the predator comes in and the little actor girl is like, oh, have some brownies, I'll get you some milk, and he Noah, what are you doing? Noah's masturbating.
I'm not masturbating. What are you talking about?
But then so the guy gets like the predator picks up the brownie, goes to bite it, but it's rock solid.
Okay.
Like it's really hard to bite, and the predator's like, uh-oh, and you can see all of like the gears turning in his head, and then he's like, this is a trap. Like you can see it all turning. And there was another guy, and they had made margaritas for them, but you know when like margaritas and like icy slushies and stuff get all stuck to the bottom and you try and pour it and it's all just stuck?
Yeah.
So he's like trying to pour it for himself, and then Chris Hansen turns the corner and like the predator stops looking and the ice goes like all over the table and the cup and everything, and he's like, oh. Like, those were my favorite moments.
Like kids.
Those are my favorite moments. That was really good. I like those.
Yeah.
Watch Chris Hansen.
When do you think we'll get shut down? the podcast.
Okay.
My love of Chris Hansen, that's why we're gonna get shut down? I don't think so.
meant all the other shit I've said. When's the left-wing police coming for us?
Moving on from Chris Hansen in Dateline NBC,
I'll never
we are
move
going
on.
to be picking up right where we left off last session.
You gotta do your intro,
so
man.
Lena.
Also,
People
Noel
demand it.
Noel Jr. says, I want a month of only Fable adventures.
Shut up, Lena. Fuck
I don't
you.
know how you say
It's
it.
Fievel.
To make up for his lost on the
stop
pod.
This.
You know what, Noel?
Fievel.
Might be coming your way.
Fievel.
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 Fievel. Fievel.
I'm wearing.
How are you saying it,
Fievel.
Noah?
Fievel.
Fievel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Baxter.
I just-
I'm like him Baxter. He's just gonna be Baxter to
yeah,
me.
but Noel, you know, there's been some rumors that Fievel's coming back.
Yeah, like the rumor that you started at the very beginning of this live stream.
Yeah. So tune in for.
Sorry, was that Noel Jr.? Is that
Yeah,
who you
Noel
said?
Torres Jr.
Yeah,
He
Noel.
said also Lena should be part of the next area if and when you all do one again. Also Noah, who are this other group, and do they have a pod that they can listen to?
No, they're dead. They're dead as of now.
We just killed them off.
No. Anyone on
yeah,
this
no, good
pod
questions.
cannot go to another pod.
Good questions. Noel, love that you're a listener. I would say that the guys outside the gate, right? So like, what's coming next? I think you just gotta listen, man. You'll find out. And there's a really cool bit that we're going to be doing, which explains a whole lot more, and it's coming in just a few episodes. So definitely hang on tight. It's going to be a thrill ride.
Woo!
Woo!
No, okay.
Noel, I
on this ride.
might not always be Lena, but I'll always be in your heart.
Wow.
Oh yeah, about the Lena point, I don't know. Lena's been tough to work with behind the scenes. It's not so much the attitude, it's just the drugs, it's the alcohol, the constant partying, the lifestyle's gotten to her, man. And it's tough, you know, because we're trying to run lines, and she'll just be
Run lines.
just coked out of her mind.
It's all scripted.
Back there.
Holding up cue cards. We're back to that again.
Oh, I wish. That'd be so much easier.
For real though, I really tried getting drunk this past Sunday and Monday, and no luck. I was not allowed to drink. I had things going on, so my alcoholism, it's just not where I'd like it to be.
Damn it. We need you to be
That's
that.
why we
We
role
need
play.
one of those
To
on the
do
pod.
things we couldn't do
Generates-
in normal life.
Generates the
I get drunk right now.
Jesus Sam. Holy shit.
If we reach what's our highest downloaded video
Video like
episode?
the first one.
Is that like 1,000?
No.
Is it like 2,000? Is it like 100?
It's more than 100. Our
Like
most
5?
downloaded?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like 500-600 downloads. For that
Okay,
one.
so how about this, everyone? If we can get 1,000 downloads on
Oh my god.
one of the episodes, we'll do a drunk live stream. Except for
I'll
Josh,
do a drunk
'cause he's
live stream for
straight.
free. Fuck what Lena's saying. I'll do it for free.
No, don't. We gotta incentivize.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll be behind the camera. We'll get Fievel on here,
Yeah.
and you guys get drunk.
Yeah. So let's reach 1,000 downloads on any of our episodes. Don't really care.
Guys, we're gonna give it to you anyways. When have we
don't.
ever asked for anything but your
You're the
love?
worst.
Oh God.
Damn it! This is why Critical Role is doing so much better.
Do they incentivize? Is that what they do?
I don't know. I mean, I listen.
All right.
Shit. I don't mean to start podcast wars here. What's his
All
name?
right.
Matt Mercer or whatever his name is.
Stop. You're gonna make them boycott us.
He's gonna come fight me. Oh no, the DMs have to fight. That'd be funny. But they have to roll. They have to roll every fight.
This would be like the nerdiest fights.
It'd be funny. Nah, we love them.
Okay. Let's just hop right into it, guys. I think the fans got the answers they were looking for. I think we dropped some hints, which is dope. And it is time to see what's Gucci Mane, what's going down. Rogar Ragnak.
Welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name's Noah.
I have to do my intro. Oh my gosh.
This is
Also,
Ladies
you
and
were
gentlemen.
gonna start with me a second ago, and then you gave that up.
Ladies and... Well, I was just saying that you made it back, but Lena, come on, let me do this, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name is Noah, Dungeon Master, and I'm joined here by our players. We have Tyson McKay.
Oh, we're starting with me.
damn it.
What's up? How's it going?
We are also joined by Rogar
Fuck me
Ragnar.
then. Cool.
What's going on, everyone?
Fantastic. And last but not least, Lena of the Iron Wolves clan. Lena, describe to me in 10 words or more how you're feeling today. Yeah, that's right. I got you.
But now I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm good, everyone.
Oh,
I
good.
got
I'm
back
good,
from
everyone.
that wicked field, and I lived.
No, dude, 15 words in a row. My gosh. Plus 100 experience points right there.
Oh, that's
What
good.
the
I didn't bring
heck?
any of Lena's stuff today, but I'll write that down.
Whoa. You didn't come prepared for the pod?
No, I didn't because I
Minus
didn't go back to
100
Campbell.
experience points.
No. Oh, please.
To be fair, we don't usually do it on Tuesdays, so this is a
This
thing.
is
Okay.
a Toonie Tuesday special.
Ladies and gentlemen, we left off with Lena and Irina of the Knights of the New Moon heading back to Ryberry, making it through the gates, heading to Wilmond. They discussed some of the things that they found, notably a footprint, which they took a cast of, as well as an encounter with a druid who was kind of mental. She threw up a pretty good fight. Lena took her staff from her, and
Beer with it.
what we'll do is, Lena, after you, this is kind of midday, I'm picturing you kind of on the steps outside the Knights of the New Moon headquarters, but you're just kind of investigating this staff. If you'd like to, you can do that now, and then we'll boost over to Rogar Ragnak.
Yeah, I would do that.
Cool. Can you roll me an investigation or an arcana check?
Yeah, that's good because I specifically said that I literally don't have anything for Lena today, so that's good.
Is it a riding broom?
I'd imagine
That's
you're...
what
Literally, it's not even a broom.
Why is nothing sweeping?
I'm in a riding staff.
Fly!
Ooh, that's a 19 plus whatever
Nice.
that is.
Make up a number.
I think it's a dexterity. You
5.
said it's initiative.
Dexterity.
This is
What did
dexterity.
you want me to roll?
I want to see how fast you can twirl the staff, like a baton, like you're leading a parade. No, fuckface. I want you to roll an investigation or an arcana check.
Investigation is strength.
Why the fuck would investigation
What is
be strength?
investigation?
Probably
It's intelligence. Intelligence.
I think my intelligence is only a 1. I
So
don't.
20.
So 20, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be an unnatural 20.
Cool.
Unnatural 20.
It is. That's what you say. It's an unnatural 20
Oh,
or
I
a
thought you said
natural
natural.
20.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Unnatural 20.
We're off the
Nice.
rails already, guys.
So,
I'm
Lena,
not.
Fuck.
you spend the next hour sitting on the steps outside the guild hall of the Knights of the New Moon, looking over this staff, kind of trying to channel power through it, doing your typical sorcery, magic, wizardy tricks to uncover its secrets and investigate about it. What you discover is that it is called the Staff of Loyalty. Okay? So, the staff has a unique... and I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a full sentience, but it does owe its allegiance to a single owner. So if Rogar was to like take your staff, even though Rogar has a spellcasting ability, it won't attune to him unless you defeat him in battle. So you can either kill him, or you can defeat that person in battle, and then the staff will become loyal to you. That's why when you defeated the druid, and you reached your hand out, and you guys were both kind of fighting over it, the staff chose you because you had technically defeated her. So the staff has a cool bonus action ability where it can be returned to the owner's hand, so it'll like fly towards you if you so
It's a
choose.
I feel like you
so-
probably go to Dollarama to go buy a broom, but then you only ever come back with like the handle end, and you're like, I don't know why I have to keep going back for more.
What are those
So
bristle
it
pieces
can-
at the end?
So it can be returned to the owner's hand if it's within 30 feet as a bonus action.
Okay.
The staff also stores spells cast into it, holding them until the attuned wielder of the staff uses them. So it can hold up to 5 levels of spells at a time. What that means is that it can hold like 5 level 1s, or 2 level 2s in a level 1, or 1 level 5. You see what I'm saying? It has to be a combination of the
That's
5.
sick.
Oh my god.
Okay. So that's kind of cool.
Spell already.
If you, however, there is somewhat of a downside. Okay,
Uh-oh.
if
It kills you every time
use
you use
all
it.
the spells stored in the staff, so you say you have a level 5 spell stored in it, and you use that level 5, you drop it to 0. You have to roll a d20, and on a 1, the staff will rot and wither away.
That's like my staff, except mine, or my wand, except mine explodes.
Josh's is way worse.
Shit
I
though.
also get 9 charges for mine.
I know, right? I know.
Okay.
So you could use level
All
4s
right.
all the time. Wait, it recharges overnight?
Use level 4s all the time. I would get 1 level 4. That is how math works.
All the time. Does it recharge?
No, so what happens is Lena can cast spells into the staff, and then they'll be stored in there. So say she's got a couple spells that she uses a lot, like I don't know how many spell slots Lena has, but it's always nice to have 5 more, right?
So she can only use a level 5 spell if she already has a level 5 spell.
Correct. And if, like, say someone else, first of all, no one else can pour any spells into it because it won't respond to them, but if there was a spell in there that was level 5 and Lena didn't have access to level 5 spells yet, she wouldn't be able to cast it. There's a chance it could go very badly.
Yikes.
Can't wait.
Yikes.
Great.
Alrighty, Roo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving... Sorry, Lena, I don't want to interrupt you here. Do you have anything else you'd like to do before we move on to Rogar?
Give me that staff.
Oh.
It's a talking staff.
No. Oh, well, I guess if I can, I'd like to put a couple... Like, do I have to go see? So there's a couple things. So I would like to put a couple spells in the staff. I don't know what those spells are yet, but I would like to do that. And then do I have to go see Ularic? Because I only went and saw Wilmond.
Yeah, you can report back to Ularic. That would be definitely the most Iron Wolfish thing to do, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to go do that.
Okay, so we'll
Larry.
we'll peel back around to you,
Yeah.
Lena, because that's a whole nother bit in the afternoon, whereas Rogar is still in the morning time. He's got to go do his well operation.
Time travel.
Uh-oh.
Time travel. And they said it couldn't be done.
Traveling well.
My McCain's going to die.
Back to the future.
Rogar, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns before we begin your segment here?
I do not.
Fantastic, my friend. You ready for this?
You bet.
Okay, you find yourself in the guild hall of the Knights of the New Moon. Okay, you were already there helping out with Tyson. He's now sitting at a table with Vel, and then they got him some food. Tyson's in bed. Vel's sitting there, and you and Wolfhelm are in the entrance hall. and the doors are ajar, and Wolfhelm beckons both McCain and Rodolfo inside. Okay.
Gross.
So, as they enter, Wolfhelm begins to lead the way, and he says, "Towards my office." And he walks down the hallway.
Okay, I follow him.
Okay, so you guys step into the office, Wolfhelm first, followed by you, and then the two Iron Wolves. Wolfhelm's desk is covered in schematics, maps, and different drawings of the well. He walks around to the other side of his desk and places his hands down on it, getting ready to make that tactician, that plan, right? And he points towards a map of the well shaft. Okay? He says, "The well shaft is 40 feet deep and opens up into a larger cavern. The well descends into the wellspring, so we'll have to descend one at a time and swing to the edge. If that water's contaminated, we don't want to drop into it."
Cannonball.
So he looks to all of the three of you, and he says, "That's why I'm suggesting that no one wears any heavy armor. Medium, perhaps, and light would be better, but you don't want to be weighed down."
Guess I'll keep my old armor then.
What's your armor?
Okay.
Chainmail.
Oh my god.
So there's a couple of murmurs between McCain and Rodolfo, but Wolfhelm says, "Listen up. The southeast corner is not solid rock like the rest of the well, but is instead covered in boulders and small rocks. There was a cave-in many years ago, so if they got through, it might be through there. Perhaps they moved those boulders. There's no other maps that are drawn of any other entrances or exits, so we'll have to bring a lot of torches and light around the wellspring so that we can see all the different corners, crevices of the well."
Mm-hmm.
He looks over to the men and says, "We'll need a dozen or so torches, long and short-range weapons." He looks to Rodolfo and says, "I want you to bring down a shovel and a pick. Rogar, I want you to bring a small keg of oil. And McCain,
Ooh.
you'll carry the torches."
All right.
Blow it to smithereens.
You're gonna give the guy with acid breath the oil and flammable stuff.
Ignite.
Sorry, are you a firefighter, Lena? Do you know that acid ignites oil? Is that a thing? No, sorry. Where'd you get your chemistry degree from, Lena? No, was it U of T or was it Harvard? Which one did you go to? Did you go out of state or did
U
you
of
stay in
T
state?
and Harvard on this.
Okay, let me
They were the first ones I thought of, Josh. Get off my back.
figure this out.
Where'd you get your English degree, Josh? U of T or Harvard?
Shut up, you know I failed English.
Plus 250 experience points.
For failing English.
In real life and with Tyson.
Told you it'd pay off, Mom.
Sorry, Lena, you were saying something?
I was just
Plus
thinking.
one inspiration point to me. All right, moving on.
Oh my god, he's got
The
an inspiration point. That's dangerous.
So,
I don't have any inspiration though.
Wolfhelm looks to the men once more and says, "If there's any preparations you need to make before we head down into the well, do them now. But I want us ready to go in 15 minutes."
I want to say goodbye to
He wants
Tyson.
everyone ready to go. Ready to go.
You ready to go?
Ask Wolfhelm if I could head to the armory to get some new weapons.
I ask Wolfhelm if I can help Tyson.
Can we bring
He
Tyson
looks-
with us?
He looks to you, Rogar, and says, "Typically Galix, our weapons master, would accompany you, but right now, as you know, he's overseeing the repairs to the walls in the city. So, you're more than welcome to head there alone if you'd like. It's straight back through the courtyard, where you
See,
trained the
Rogar
first time."
Just covered in weapons. I'm ready.
I want him to come out with just like light hand crossbows at his chest. He's got knives on his shoulders, blades on his toes.
It'd be even better if he came out and he's wearing Irina's clothing.
He's got an eye patch on. Arg, I'm ready.
You said to grab the lightest stuff I could find to swing better. Wolfhelm, it's your fault for not specifying.
But it's like typical female armor where it's just boob plates and a vagina patch.
How's my butt look?
Wolfhelm, what's that in your pants?
Oh god.
Plus 100 experience points, Rogar.
Oh my god.
I thought of
Okay.
the joke.
Alright, I head to the armory.
All right. So you head out the hall to the right, continuing down the hallway until it opens up to this archway and back into the courtyard and training area of the Knights of the New Moon. Okay. There are some, as you know, a very large tree in the center of the courtyard, some shrubbery around. It looks quite nice. And there is kind of an open patch of dirt to your left, which is used for combat training. Okay. But the armory is separate from the building of the Knights of the New Moon, their guild hall, and you head to the back against the high walls that are around the courtyard.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Knights of the New Moon don't want, commoners in their courtyard, right? And opening the big doors to the armory, it's like that, it's like that moment, right? There's like light shining down in your face, okay? It's
rock
your,
hard. You're rock hard right now.
your eyes are big and wide. Roll me a d20 to see if you are indeed rock hard.
The 20.
That,
20.
that cloaca is moist. Yeah, that dragonborn cloaca, baby. Ooh.
What a way to that. What a waste of a nat 20.
Yeah.
Do you have a boner?
Boy, do
I
you.
I think you might cream your pants, but I'm not really sure.
I need help.
I need help.
Tyson.
I leave it up
never
to
knew
you.
what
I
to
leave it
do
in
with
your
this.
hands.
In my spare time, I usually just punch it back.
Bread lady. Please.
Okay, Rogar, there is every single imaginable weapon that you have ever seen or conceived of, even some that you are not familiar with. There are long swords, great swords, short swords, daggers,
Brooms.
as well as heavy
You've never seen a
crossbows,
broom.
light crossbows, javelins, spears, maces, morning stars, flails, as well as clubs, great clubs, war hammers, battle axes,
Oh my God.
as well as
There's a
great
stick in the
axes.
corner.
So there is any weapon that you can think of, my friend.
Can I look for one that's like special?
You may lick one. Yes, you may. Rogar, roll me d20. You begin licking the walls. No, I'm just kidding. Just licking everything. He's so excited.
Did you roll high?
I was 18, but
You successfully lick all the weapons, Rogar. Good job.
What a weird fetish.
I was gonna say look for one that's like out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary. Okay. Well, you haven't seen many warriors. What's that there?
Says hello, fans. This is what happens when I don't play for 2 episodes.
Tyson, you're sleeping. So if you can role play that, that'd be great.
I'm gonna come in
Okey-dokey.
and rock hard.
Tyson, I need help.
Earlier, Noel said that he loves how savage Noah is being. So keep it up, Noah. Keep being a fucking ass.
He will.
Oh gosh, it's my job. Anyways, we're moving on. You asked about unique weapons. In terms of unique weapons, one that you've certainly never seen before is a weapon with a long hilt. It looks almost identical to a warhammer, but instead of a blunt end, it's a sharp talon-like protrusion that's very
What a
pointed.
weird
in,
hand
yes,
motion.
exactly like this. Very, very sharp. It's called a war pick, so it's used to kind of overhand swing, and it's used to kind of cave in helmets and skulls.
Ooh.
Perfect for far-ranged weapon.
Is
It
this
is-
a two-handed weapon?
It is versatile, so you can use it either 1d8 in one hand or 1d10 in two.
I grab that.
Congratulations, you now have
Why?
a two-handed war pick, or one-handed, depending on
I
how you want
already
to use
have a
it.
crossbow.
How far is the pick? Like, how long is it?
He's still only got 5 feet of range. If you want a long-range weapon, the Knights of the New Moon have an assortment of halberds, which actually give you a 10-foot range, and the damage is 1d10, but it is two-handed.
Glue a bunch of halberds together so you get like a 30-foot range.
No, I'll take the first weapon because I already have a crossbow for long range.
Why don't
Okay.
you get a special type of bolt so that you can do different types of damage?
I'm not done looking.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go home,
Lena,
everyone.
God.
I'll go.
First,
Sam's got
first
this
the
under
acid
control.
and the oil, now
Damn
this.
it.
You're out of control. Out of control. Okay. Sorry,
So-
you were continuing to look, Rogar, before you were so rudely interrupted.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wait, did that like weapon have any like name to it?
It's called a war pick.
A war pick.
Kind of like an ice pick, but a war pick. Yeah. It doesn't have a special name. You can name it if you'd like.
Timmy.
He wrote
Um,
toothpick.
No, I wrote war pick.
I like that name.
I'll name it later. I'll just
Okay.
grab that.
Okay, so it's named later. He's writing that
Oh.
down.
No, I'm not.
So, Rogar, you're going to continue to search. There are indeed a number of crossbow bolts in in quivers. They are ready to go, and they are in little quivers of 20.
Okay, I already have 40. I'll take another 20.
Okay. So you have 60 bolts for your crossbow.
I want the audience to know that where Rogar is writing down his notes, it's in another little section that wrote Tyson's dad is dead ? Is Ularic Tyson's dad ? Ularic is dead.
That's what Josh wrote on my paper.
I'll allow it because it's funny, but Lena, you're on thin ice if you mess with my boy Rogar one more time.
Yeah.
I wrote that like a month ago when I first started.
Ularic dead. See his dad.
Okay. Anything else that you're looking for in particular, Rogar?
A loved one.
That'd be nice.
A loved one?
Maybe I'll grab.
Look, Rogar, if you're looking for a loved one, you only have to look right.
No, I was kidding.
Where?
Rogar, look right.
That's usually the reflection.
And you wonder why he can't find love. Literally just because he can't see it. Okay. Sorry, you said you were looking for something.
Did the Iron Wolves have any crossbows?
They do have crossbows,
Okay.
yes. Yeah. They also are a fan of traditional bows, but they also carry crossbows.
Okay. Did Wolfhelm have one by any chance?
Wolfhelm does have a crossbow. He also has a very elaborate sword at his side. It's very unique looking.
Alright, well, everyone seems to be equipped, so I'll leave.
Okay. Okay, Tyson or Lena,
Mhm.
do you guys remember what Rogar is also supposed to grab?
Oh yeah, oil. Is there oil
Good
in the
job,
armory,
buddy.
though?
Yes, there is, yeah.
Okay, I'll
You
grab
don't
the
keep
oil then.
flammable liquids in the building where everyone sleeps.
I dip my arrows in the oil and
I
leave.
thought it would just be like in a different spot is all.
No, it's all good. It is indeed in the weapons area because oil can be used as a weapon if you pour it over the walls, but it's good not to sleep where you keep your oil. There might be a guy with acid breath somewhere around there.
Or a guy
The whole
that
place
shoots
could go up in
flames.
flames.
I'm gonna go home. I'm not even in the mood anymore now.
Alright, I'll grab the oil then as well.
Okay,
Noah's wearing a wife
fantastic.
beater today, and he thinks he's the fucking shit.
Why are you calling me out? This is a tank top. It has a triangle on it. How is that
Why
wife
are you
beater-ish?
beating your wife right now?
I'm not even married. When did this happen? Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll grab
Oh.
that oil and I'll close the doors.
Fantastic.
There's
And you're
no
heading
doors.
back to where are you heading to?
Yeah, I'll head back, I guess where everyone's meeting, so outside.
Okie dokie. So you meet outside with everyone else, and not but 25, 30 feet from you, you've got the courtyard. So you can head that way if you'd like, where the well is.
Okay. Yeah,
Excellent.
I'll
So
do
you're walking down the street. Ryberry is bustling, man. A lot of people moving, places to go, things to do, and you're just one of them doing your part for the cause, which is fantastic. So, as you're passing by, there are guards moving from one section of the city to the other, Iron Wolves working alongside Knights of the New Moon, lifting beams, timbers, as well as stones to fortify the city.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a real feel-good moment.
Anyone need help?
That's why
Rogar,
heavy.
You have a job. It's actually it's a small keg of oil. It's no more than about 1.5 feet by half of it's like a miniature keg.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is everyone else at the well then?
As you approach the courtyard and look, you see Wolfhelm waiting there. It looks like McCain and Rodolfo are yet to arrive.
Ugh.
So you head over, and Wolfhelm nods at you as you approach, and he's just going to stand and wait for the other guys to arrive. Is there anything that you'd like to say?
I ask him, what do you think is down that well?
Well, it's contaminated, so there's probably more of those bloated creatures down there.
Oh boy.
Whether they're still alive or not is another matter entirely.
Yeah, I ask him like how he's feeling ever since he got it, if he's still infected from it.
He looks to you and he says, "I feel fine, Rogar, but thank you for asking."
Well, you look like
No,
shit.
I'm more worried about Groban and the city itself.
Yeah, no one's checked on that guy.
Yeah, I ask Wolfhelm if he's having any like recent updates on Groban.
I have. Doramin, the healer, has told me that it's not looking good for him. There are strange things happening to Groban, my friend. It looks like this disease or this toxin or whatever it is that's affecting him is changing his mind.
So
He woke up yesterday hallucinating.
hallucinating of what?
Bratwurst.
He seems to feel like there are insects under his skin. We have had to restrain him so he doesn't itch and scratch himself and create open sores.
Holy.
Rogar, you have to listen to me very carefully. I don't want word of this getting out. If the Iron Wolves knew, and if the people knew, we'd have chaos, riots on our hands. The people still need to believe that this can be won.
Okay. Yeah, I tell him.
Is he saying that this cannot be won?
No, he said the people need to believe that this can be won. Can
He
be.
said can still be won.
No, wait, hold up. What are you saying?
I'm saying that you make it sound like there's no chance of winning.
No, but you have to imagine, like, if people think that this thing is super contagious and they're all going to get sick. I mean, Wolfhelm's just looking around and seeing all the like everyone's working together, and if people get wind of this, it's going to be harder to get everyone to do their jobs and to work effectively, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, you're getting that, right? You understand?
Yeah, I tell him secret's safe with me.
Good. As he says good, the two Iron Wolf members, Rodolfo and McCain, both approach, and they walk up to you guys. McCain looks like he's strutting his stuff. He's got multiple knives. To say a dozen would be underselling it. He's got boot knives, thigh knives, waist knives. He's got his vest, his jacket has 4 knives on each side, and he has small little blades at his back. He's definitely decked out and ready to go. And Rodolfo approaches with a set of medium armor on, a little bit thicker than what he was wearing before, and he has a spear at his back, which is very long. It actually looks a little bit longer than a typical spear, so what his fighting style is, you're not quite sure.
Yeah, we've never seen him fight.
No,
To give you a description of
Training
Wolfhelm,
yard now.
Let's go.
Wolfhelm is also in light armor, scale mail, as a matter of fact, with his white and blue colors. He is currently, he has a very large Crusader-style shield. It's much higher and taller than most shields, and at his side, a very long and elaborate sword. It has a hilt, which is ultra wide, followed by a second hilt, and the blade is actually curved in waves, so it's called a flamberge.
Whoa.
A
It's a
flamber.
a very unique fighting style as well. So Wilhelm looks at the group and says, "We ready to go, boys?"
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Wilhelm grabs 50 feet of hempen rope from a spot beside the well. He whistles and calls over a few iron wolves and knights the new moon and instructs them to lower you guys one at a time down the well.
Who's going
Wilhelm
first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Wilhelm looks to all of you and says, "I'll see you all down there."
And he jumps.
Yeah, no.
He pulls an Anakin Skywalker leap. Yeah, just hoping to land on something soft. No, Wilhelm's going to ensure that he's, so he kind of shakes his arms a couple
Flaps his
times,
wings.
getting himself ready to go.
Slaps his face.
And he is going
Slaps
to,
Rogar.
Ow.
as the men pull taut on the rope, he begins to lower himself down the well. A few seconds go by before you kind of looking down into the well, he kind of disappears into darkness. About 30 more seconds, and you hear him call out. He says, "I'm at the bottom." And then you see, and you kind of hear a spark being lit, and a torch lights up, and you can kind of see him 40 feet below you.
Okay, bye. Pull the rope up.
Cover it.
Good luck.
Light the
Good
oil, throw it down.
So he looks around for a moment, and then you see the torch being tossed, and the light somewhat disappears. There's kind of a faint shimmer of light down at the water, which you can now see, but it's very clear that he threw the torch to the shore. Okay, Wilhelm is then going to begin to sway back and forth. Okay, the rope and the men seem to be under some strain,
Oh, God.
and they all struggle to keep him taut. And he's going to roll us a acrobatics check to make it
Oh,
to
get ready
the
to roll
edge
your
of the well.
acrobatics.
With a 16 plus his dex, he does not have proficiency in acrobatics, but with his dex, he absolutely makes it to the edge, and he calls out, "I'm all right. Whoever's next, come down."
9.6. Make McCain or
Okay, you can go next.
yeah, make one of them go down.
So McCain looks to you, Rogar, and kind of has this wicked smile on his face as he looks to all the men, and he says, "All right, so this will be like, what, 5-6 minutes?" And everyone kind of looks at him, just kind of seeing that he's
This
got
guy's
this
cocky.
wild look in his eyes. And he looks to you, Rogar. He winks, like seductively almost, and then begins to like
Whoa.
drop down the
I
well
love
very
McCain.
fast.
You have a hard on for me or what?
I thought you were with Lena.
He got hard looking at your hard boner.
It's still
He
out.
spends
I need to call a doctor. It's been more than 4 hours.
He spends hardly any time down there before he begins to swing quickly. The rope, not as hard to hold this time, as McCain's in light armor and doesn't bear all that extra weight that Wilhelm does. He's much more nimbler and quicker. So he's going to roll his d20 for leaping across with a 19
Oh my
plus his
god.
proficiency in acrobatics of 3 plus his dex. He is leaping and easily clearing it. He lets
My
out
man.
like a triumphant "aha!" from down the well, and everyone kind of, the tension kind of relieves a little bit. Like
I think he
McCain has
fell.
that effect.
He's dead.
Rodolfo looks to you and he says, "Perhaps you should go next."
Let's go at the same time.
That'd be cute.
Alright, yeah, I'll head down.
Okay, Rogar, I'm going to need you to roll me 2 strength checks to hold yourself on the line and lower yourself down. You are wearing medium armor.
16.
Nice.
And the strength check, you said?
Correct.
Okay, and that's a 14.
Nice. So more than enough to get you down. You are now looking at the following scene. The water is about 10 feet below you,
Oh god.
okay? And the shore is
What
about
kind of height?
15 feet from you. 12 to 15 in some areas, okay? So 12 being the shortest distance.
McCain, catch me.
Beneath you, the water looks black and eerie, and McCain is in the process of laying out torches that Wilhelm is lighting, and they are tossing them along all the corners of this shore. This wellspring beneath you is about 40 feet wide at its widest point.
Okay.
But the well is not centered immediately on the center of it, so the nearest side is 12 feet of a jump.
Okay. So I guess I'll start swaying my body and
And roll me that acrobatics check, my friend.
God. Ooh, 14 plus dex?
Plus dex.
So that's a 15.
Hey.
Perfect. That's exactly what you need, my friend.
Oh.
You roll yourself a 15 and you make it.
Nice.
So, landing on the hard rock with some loose stones, these limestone shale almost beneath you that kind of crunches beneath your feet, you look around. You don't have dark vision. No, you're a dragonborn. So your eyesight is kind of limited to the flickering of the flames.
Black. I can't see.
And what you immediately notice is that there are many bodies in and around the well.
Fievel?
A bunch of bodies murdered. Fievel must have been here.
I've never seen a massacre like this before. Can only mean one person.
So Wolfhelm looks to you and says, Rogar, over here. Grab some torches and throw them to the other side of the well. We need to light this place up.
Okay.
Okay, so not but a few minutes later, Rodolfo makes his way down. He's going to roll me for that acrobatics check.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
No.
Rodolfo rolls a 2.
No.
And on his second swing back and forth, he would ideally do a third. He slips and falls into the wellspring.
Kill him.
Okay?
Kill him right
There's
now.
a little bit of spluttering at the top. Rodolfo does know how to swim, so that's fantastic. He's, outdoorsman, he's been in the wilds for all of his life. So he begins to swim to the edge, okay? When all of a sudden, fantastic.
Oh, God.
Fantastic, Rodolfo. You're doing great, man. When he is suddenly grabbed and pulled underwater, there's going to be a strength check for a grapple. Rodolfo with a 4.
Oh,
And his
shit.
opponent with a 19.
Oh.
Rodolfo remains under the surface.
Oh my god.
At
Okay?
least it wasn't fucking McCain. Oh my god.
So, we have McCain,
Hands
who
will be
is
single
kind of
soon.
watching, almost unimpressed from the shore. And Wolfhelm looks to McCain like should we do something? He doesn't say anything, but he's looking at McCain. And McCain looks at Wolfhelm and just shrugs and goes, I'm not fucking going in there. Okay? We're going to have one final strength check between Rodolfo and the creature that
Come
is
on.
grabbing onto him. Rodolfo with an 11 plus his strength of
Come on,
3.
bud.
And our opponent with an 11 with a strength of 2. Rodolfo breaks free
Oh, I was like, I can't do math.
and comes up to the surface, gasping for air. He quickly begins to swim towards the shore, throwing himself down on the rocks beneath him and breathing heavily. Okay? He turns over, rolls over, and looks at McCain, and McCain just goes, no offense, pal, but don't come anywhere fucking near me. So,
You guys are so
upon
friendly.
looking at Rodolfo, it looks like he has scratches on his leg.
Oh, shit.
Well,
That leg's gotta come off.
Rogar gives him the classic goodbye speech. Well, we had a good run. We
We
climbed
went
down this well together.
And that was it.
That's it. But stop.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Was the water dirty or was it okay?
Oh, it was
But the scratches-
dirty.
Yeah.
There
The
are
scratches, but was the water dirty?
There are many bodies in the well. If you'd like to know more, Rogar can roll me a d20.
That's a 2.
The 3, actually.
So, Rogar, you certainly see more than 10, and potentially in and around 15 bodies that are floating either on the in the shallow waters along the shore of this wellspring, or floating in and around the middle. Okay, the rocks behind you looks to be that loose boulders, that side, the southeast corner that Wolfhelm talked about. However, it's a solid wall of boulders, so it doesn't look like they got through that way. Okay, Wolfhelm looks to Rodolfo and he says, "Stand up. We're going to need you for this." Just as a head of a deformed human being emerges from the water and 2 others do so as well.
Oh god.
Which one's the real Rodolfo?
No, Rodolfo's on the shore.
No.
He's not one of them. So Rodolfo stands, and his feet splashing in the shallow waters at the edge of the wellspring. We then have McCain, who's kind of jaunted himself, kind of skipped over to the left side, where he's got a little bit of a high ground on a couple boulders. Where would you like to be, Rogar? Because Wolfhelm is a little bit to the right and about 10 feet behind Rodolfo.
Okay. I'll stick with Wolfhelm.
Okay, so you're going to stand with him. Perfect. Yeah. So we are going to be rolling initiative rolls, my friends. So I'm going to need 1 from Rogar and 1 for all the boys.
It's a 9 for me.
Woo!
A 9 for you, nice.
Killing it.
So we got Rogar.
Yeah!
Wolfhelm. Wolfhelm with a 18 plus 2.
Wow. I knew he was
We
my
got,
captain.
we got McCain with an 18 plus 4.
I hate him.
Oh, my fucking man.
Oh
How
god.
does she fell in?
Rodolfo with a 3.
My man.
Rodolfo, he's just getting it rough.
Give him another dice.
A nat 20 for the creature that was attacking him.
Oh god. Bye, Rodolfo.
Mhm.
Your clan's gonna have a free sponsor.
The other 2 are rolling in between Wolfhelm and Rogar. That's the second one. And the third one is rolling in between Rogar and Rodolfo. So there are 3 of these creatures that have presented themselves. We're going to start off with the first creature, who is not but 5 feet from Rodolfo. He rushes forward with these blind slam attacks, trying to claw and bash at Rodolfo. He's going to do 2 of these attacks. So with a 15 pluses to hit, he absolutely does so. And with a nat 20, he bashes
my
Rodolfo
God.
over the head.
Jesus Christ.
Poor Rodolfo.
I feel bad for the guy, TBH. Okay, so we got a 2, 1, 3, plus 4. He does 7 bludgeoning damage on the first attack, and then 5 and 4 plus 3. So 9 plus 3 is 12. So we're going to double that to 24.
Holy shit.
So Rodolfo is taking some hefty damage, my friends.
I'd be dead already.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
It is now McCain's turn, and McCain is going to, with 2 daggers already drawn, whip them in rapid succession towards the one of the undead fungi humanoids on the left. So he's going to whip 2, and he's got an 18 and a 16 with his pluses
shit.
to hit. He absolutely nails the guy in the chest. His damage is as follows. He's got a 4 plus 4 and a 3 plus 4.
Oh,
Okay, so he's got 15 damage there on guy
not
number
bad.
2.
good stuff.
For daggers? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we then have Wolfhelm. Wolfhelm is going to rush forward, and in spite of the fact that Rodolfo's he's looking pretty weak, right? Wolfhelm wants to ensure that he doesn't go down unnecessarily, even though he's been scratched. So with his flamberge, the large sword that he has, he's going to rush forward, shield also in front of him, and the flamberge is a really cool sword because it can actually be used as like a spear. So it's got such a long hilt that you can just stab forward with it. So he's going to do 2 of those attacks on this first guy. With a 19 pluses to hit of 6, Wolfhelm stabs
Misses.
the creature in the upper neck. With a nat 20,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
he stabs the creature in the throat, severing the vertebrae in the neck that are just holding it there, and the head just kind of slumps and falls to the side. He's going to do double damage on both of those attacks.
Holy
Could you imagine if Noah made him hit Rodolfo instead? Made it look like an accident?
Cut through both their heads.
So he has got a 7 and a 9 on both of his attacks, but those are both plus 6, so we got 14 and 15, so 29 damage. Well, you're going to double the 15, so 30 plus 14, so 44 damage total
Holy shit.
on creature number 1.
This guy's a tank.
Yeah.
I guess I
Oh,
can't
dude.
It doesn't go down though?
No, so the creature is at disadvantage for all of its future attacks. Its head is still attached. It's just the vertebrae are no longer there, so the head's
44
kind of
didn't kill
flopping
it.
forward.
Get ready, Seb.
Right?
There's 3 of them?
It is now the second one's turn, and it is going to begin advancing towards McCain, but it cannot reach McCain in time, and it's currently 10 feet away from him because they move so slow, and McCain's up on these boulders. Okay. We now have Rogar Ragnak. Rogar, welcome to the fight, my friend. What would you like to do?
I'm scared.
I run.
He pees himself.
I guess I'll.
Where's that rope?
I'll rush towards the first one that attacked with my war pick. And
Okay, so you're going to rush to the left side of him? Because the
Yeah.
right side puts you in a little bit deeper water.
yeah, I'll rush to the left side.
Okay, awesome. So you're at the left side. So you've got Rodolfo in the center, Wilhelm on the right, Rogar on the left, all of you pounding away at this floppy-headed humanoid. Roll
Block
me
'em.
your attack rolls, please.
Yeah,
What are you
I'll
going for? A
climb,
head?
I'll try and cleave its head off.
Well, it's a war pick, so it's piercing, not
So
slashing.
that's a 16 on the one, and a 20 on the other one.
Holy shit.
Wait,
Why are you
nat
more
20?
happy? Is it nat 20?
No, it's
I was like,
Okay, they're both hits, so roll me your damage, please, my friend.
It's a 8. That's a 5, so 16 damage altogether.
Nice. So you deal 16 damage to the first guy. Congratulations, Rogar.
hey.
Thanks.
He does not go down,
Oh,
though he is still at disadvantage for all of his attacks. The third one is coming up on Wolfhelm's right. He's going to go for 2 slams. This one has been untouched thus far. With a 12, Wolfhelm easily blocks it with his large Crusader-style shield.
boom.
Its second attack is an 11 and is not enough to hit Wolfhelm
Oh,
either.
nice.
Safe.
It is now Rodolfo's turn. Okay?
Don't fuck it up.
So he has to pull out his weapon. Actually, no, he would have already pulled out his weapon as soon as he got on shore. What are we saying here, boys? He's going to thrust his large spear into the creature's abdomen twice. Okay, so he's going to roll once with a 16 pluses to hit. He absolutely
Nice.
does so. This pus spewing out of that wound. With an 18 pluses to hit, he stabs the guy twice in the stomach,
Oh,
which is
goddamn
fantastic
time.
for us. About goddamn.
Some good rolls from him.
So he's going to have a 5 and a 1, which is 6 plus 3 plus 3. We are looking at 12 damage total, which is fantastic.
They're not dead yet?
They are not dead yet.
Oh
my
my,
God.
you're dead. You're dead.
We're all dead.
Okay.
How are we gonna win this war?
I don't know.
How much health do you have total?
Well, it doesn't. I was
It's a
talking about
secret.
infected though.
It's a secret.
Okay,
No, I know,
so
but like if they have 100 in health, which is what it sounds like right now, or unless it's a head thing, headshot thing.
Cut their head off.
I
No,
was trying.
okay, so it is now McCain's turn. And what McCain is going to do is, as he's drawing 2 new daggers as a bonus action, which he is able to do, he is going to make 3 acrobatics checks as he leaps across boulders, getting higher and higher along that back wall.
Jesus.
So he's got a 10 plus his dex plus acrobatics, which is 4 plus 3, so he's absolutely making the first jump. He's got a 7 plus 4 plus 3, enough to make that jump. He just needs over 10 for these. They're pretty easy little leaps. And a 14 means that he is now 20 feet above the target and about 15 feet away. Okay? And he whips those 2 daggers again at that one that kind of moved past you guys, the one on the left. He's going to be doing some damage. He's got a 2 and a 4. Fantastic. So he's going to be dealing 6 plus 4 plus 4.
14.
That's nothing compared to what it has.
That's nothing. You guys were just singing his praises last turn, like, oh, that's dope, and now you guys are like, this is not enough.
It's not.
Wolfhelm is going to go for a downwards slashing attack on lopping off the creature's head. Okay, Wolfhelm has a special feat called dismemberment. So when it comes to fighting creatures that are technically not humanoid, or human, I should say, if it's coming to like a creature that's undead or like these creatures are, like a monstrosity or aberrations, as he fights these things all the time, he gets advantage on attempts to sever limbs.
Sweet.
That's
So he's
convenient.
got an 11 and a 17 on his first attack. So this creature's head already weakened by the structural integrity of that spinal column not being there. So he is going to lop the head clean off the creature with his first attack. The second attack, with a 12, plus his to hit of 6, is absolutely enough to hit. He stabs down into that open neck, gullet section, and pulls the sword out very
And it's
vigorously,
still alive.
and it falls back into the water.
Yes. Oh my
The
god.
first one is dead. Rogar Ragnak, you are going to gain
1 XP.
1,300 experience points.
Oh my god.
That must have been a boss one, maybe.
Maybe.
There is still one to your right, Rogar, and as it is now the second one's turn, you're going to get to go in a second. The second one is attempting to climb up on the boulders to get at McCain, who's continually throwing knives at it. It's going to be rolling an acrobatics check at disadvantage. It's got a 2 there, and so it cannot get up there. Being frustrated with that, it just moves back towards the main fight and closes in behind you and Rodolfo.
Rodolfo!
You're my
Rogar,
meat
it's now
shield,
your
man.
turn. So you've got this guy directly behind you, or the guy on the right that has taken some damage already. No, hasn't taken any damage already. Whew, that guy's fresh.
Okay, I'll deal with the guy behind me.
Nice. Okay, so already damaged by McCain. You turn, you got your shield, your war pick. What would you like to do, my friend?
And go slash its legs.
So like break his legs?
Yeah.
Because you got a war pick, right? You gotta imagine you're not slashing, you're like, it's piercing, so you're like
Impaling.
dislocating as you go,
Yeah,
right?
so I'll try and impale his legs.
Nice. Roll me a d20, my friend.
Come on. Well, 14 plus 5, that's a 19 and an 11.
Nice. So with your first attack, you hear the sickening crunch of whatever weak, feeble bones are still in there, and the creature drops down to one leg.
Ooh.
So it's on a knee, right? With your second attack, you're able to bring it overhead and get him in the shoulder. All right, so roll me your damage for both attacks, please.
Ooh, that's a 10. Or no.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whoa, a 10.
Wait, what?
If you have a shield, it's
Isn't this a D8?
1d8.
Yeah, this is it, eh?
No, that's a D10.
Oh, shit.
And that's a D100.
Oh, this is a D8 here.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I had your D8, my bad.
Well, that's a 1 there. 7, so 9 damage.
9 total?
Yeah.
Sweet, my friend, sweet. Okay, anything else you'd like to do in your turn? Any bonus actions? Any speech you want to say?
Take that, you foul beast.
Oh, what a pussy thing to say. Okay, the third one is going to attack Wolfhelm viciously, trying to beat down on the shield until he drops it, but with both of his attacks, he is unable. So with an 11 and even a 14, he's unable to get past Wolfhelm's defenses.
Damn.
It is now Rodolfo's turn. He spins viciously around and stabs into that creature's stomach with his large spear. With a
Don't have me.
12 pluses to hit, that is enough. So he's going to do damage on that guy. With his second attack is a 3. So he just slips in some of the water and falls to one knee as well.
Oh, God.
I now crown you.
The worst new moon.
The worst new moon.
He does 11 damage.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait till we combine forces and we're known as the Iron Moon.
And Tyson.
And Tyson.
Featuring Tyson.
We are back to the top with McCain, who, pulling 2 more daggers as bonus actions, is going to throw them with extreme accuracy towards the creature that you are fighting, stabbing it in the back. With a 19 and a 12 pluses to hits, he's going to be doing 2d4 damage, plus 4, plus 4. So we got
McCain,
ourselves a
I
4,
respect you, man.
and we got ourselves a 2. So that's, again, 12 damage to the back.
Just because you respect someone doesn't mean you have to fuck them.
What?
Perfect. We are on to Wolfhelm, who is going to be striking twice at this new opponent. With a 13 plus a 6, he overpowers it. And with a nat 20,
Oh
he
my god.
cleaves its
How many
left
nat
arm
20s are there?
off.
Infinite amount.
Wolfhelm
Try
is
it
going
once
to
in a
be
while.
doing
Other than
4.
for boner rolls.
So hard.
14 times 2, so 24 damage on the second hit because it was a nat 20, and then one of the creature's arms is off. And on the first hit, we got a 4 plus 6, so 10, so 34 damage
Oh
total.
my.
Who did that one?
Wolfhelm.
Wolfhelm.
That's nuts.
I respect McCain, but I respect the
I
fuck
respect
out of him.
Wolfhelm yeah, a lot more.
It's okay, you
It
let me
is-
die. It's fine, Wolfhelm. Bygones be bygones.
It is now the creature that you are fighting, Rogar. He is going to try and strike you twice with these bludgeoning hits. With an 8, he misses, but with a nat 20,
Oh.
He overpowers your shield and bashes you in the chest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Rogar, you are scratched by the creature.
Uh-oh.
He was so excited for a second. He thought he was just gonna get bashed by his own shield. Yeah.
I'm infected.
Rogar, you take 20 damage.
20?
No, actually you take 24 damage. My apologies. And you're going to need to roll me a Constitution saving throw, my friend. You better hope it's high.
Better hope this is a nat 20. Didn't sound like it.
If you have an inspiration point, I would.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use that.
I would think.
Didn't really help. But, that's a 14. Oh, okay.
Rogar, you take 8 poison damage.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something
Oh, I love Tyson's look.
It's always worse. I've been pregnant all season from a scratch. It's coming.
Could you imagine you're now pregnant with a zombie baby?
I'd let you die.
Well, that's just sloppy writing. Just kidding.
Do we expect anything more, Noah?
Okay,
Got him.
That's hurtful. That's enough.
A boulder falls on Lena from the sky. That's
in the
sloppy
shape of Noah's finger.
Fievel appears. He's pissed that you've been saying his name wrong this whole time. He attacks. Okay.
Ooh, Baxter!
Fievel.
We are moving right along, Rogar. It's now your turn. You're a little shaken from your hip, my friend. What are you going to do?
Don't cry.
I'm going to attack the shit out of it.
Okay, what are you going to do with these attacks? Where are you going to hit?
I'm going to go to, like, cleave his
Make him a new butthole.
Or you know what? He's scratching and scratches.
Remember that you can't cleave, you pierce.
Yeah.
Okay, I pierce
through his brain.
Right hand and then his left hand.
What the fuck are
I
you
thought you, at the beginning when you were like, scratches do a lot of damage, I swear I thought you were going to grow out your nails.
You see, I'm going to pierce his right hand and then his left. You know what, Rogar? You're the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. Take 200 experience points, you lovable bastard.
This is not going to matter. You're going to be dead in a week.
I'll level up and I'll overcome this. Alright, here we go. Inspiration, you know.
How many do you have still?
I have 5 left.
Oh my god. Stop giving it to him.
So it's a 19 on the first one and a 16 on the second one.
Nice. So you overhead strike with a 19 plus your to hit, you said?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. I'm going to allow for a brain smash.
Ooh.
So roll me your damage and we'll see how effective you are, my friend.
It's a 8.
Nice.
And a 6.
Perfect.
So
14
and then,
plus...
Yeah, so 16.
Nice. So you deal 16 damage to the creature, and you kill it.
Oh, yeah, you like that? Do I still get a brain hit?
You did get a brain hit, and you also gain 1,300 experience points.
Oh my god, I'm gonna level up.
Fuck.
Rogar
jumps down the well.
Just as you brain hit this guy, and he falls before you, obviously your back is to the water, Rodolfo taps you on the shoulder, like puts his hand on your shoulder, and kind of like pushes you to turn you around to take a look, as there are 2 more of these creatures emerging from the water.
Oh my god. Will you get out of here?
Yo, light that fucking...
You shove Rodolfo into the water and make a beeline.
Yo, you light the oil, shove it in his hand, then throw him.
I look at him and say, how many are there?
It is the final guy from the first trio is going to attack Wilhelm twice with a 3 and an 8. He is not even close to overcoming Wilhelm's defenses. And we got Rodolfo, who is going to take a moment to throw his javelin, like his spear, at the creature's head. So we're going to see what kind of... With a nat 20. Boom, baby.
Shit.
He clocks it in the head, and it immediately goes down. Okay? He then rushes over, pulling the spear, the long spear, out of the creature's head, and Wilhelm nods at him with like disapproval, right?
Kiss.
Rogar, you did not do anything to attack number 3, so
no, I didn't.
you gain 0 experience points.
That's okay.
All right, these next two are going to roll their initiative rolls. One with a 17 and one with a 7. One is going to go after Wolfhelm, and the other one is going to go between Rogar and Rodolfo.
Kill it. Kill it. Yell aim for the head.
Aim for the head.
Okay,
So much
so
confidence.
Wolfhelm,
Lowers to the penis.
That one.
Wolfhelm calls out to Rogar and Rodolfo, and he says, "Let's form a line and not let them get into shallow water."
All right, let's go.
Okay,
A straight
so
line?
McCain is
only
going
good
to
line.
pull out 2 daggers and rush down to the flat stone on the same level as everyone else. Okay, he now seeing that you guys are going to be forming a line along that water just where it starts to get deep, so these things aren't going to get a chance to stand. He wants the ability to kind of dart in between you guys, throwing daggers as he goes, right? So he pulls out 2 and tosses them. We're going to go with a 2 on the first one, which wildly misses and strikes against the other side of the cavern. And a 12 is enough for him to hit at least
There you
one of his
go.
shots. With a 4 damage plus 4, he is going to do 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Not
got
as good.
Wolfhelm. Okay, so as this creature is approaching, Wolfhelm's already on that edge, so he rushes up and begins to stab at the creature with his long flamberge, using it like a spear. So he's just keeping it at bay, keeping it in that deep water where it can't stand.
Back.
He's got a 13 pluses to hit and a 12 pluses to hit, both enough
Nice.
to strike this guy twice. Wolfhelm is going to be doing 6 and 8, 14 plus 12 is 26 damage.
Holy. Who is this guy?
You know him.
We could have taken on the animals.
Stop.
I gotta introduce you to Wolfhelm.
He's my captain. Roger, are you
This
okay?
creature is
I'm infected.
He says it so nonchalantly. Are you okay? Oh, I'm infected.
Just AIDS.
this creature is going to try and climb and push over Wolfhelm in a strength grappling contest to see if it can push onto the ground where it can stand. So it's going to roll a strength check with a 13 plus 2. Wolfhelm with a 19
Oh my god.
plus 4. He is immovable, so he just bashes the creature back into
He's the wall
water.
that Trump wants. Yeah, we get political here.
Sorry, I thought you said he's the wall that Ryberry wants. I'm like, fair point, and now I realize what you actually said. Okay, Rogar, it's now your turn. This creature is coming up on you, man. So you're gonna, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna go for the head again.
So you're gonna rush towards that line where the water gets deeper as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll me 2 attack rolls, please.
Oh, so 19 plus
Hey.
5. Oh, and a 2 plus 5, so that was a miss.
So your first attack strikes. The second one, you just your blade just tastes water. You know, so not
Gotta
really
wash
good.
it off sometimes.
It's bloody.
Roll me your damage, please.
7, so 9 damage.
9, nice. It's now Rodolfo's turn. He is going to tag team this guy with you, moving
Yeah.
to the right of you.
Yeah.
He stabs down at it with his spear. He's going to roll a 12 on his first hit, and a 2 on his second is a miss.
Wow.
Same here, bro.
However, he will do 6, 7, 8, 9 damage as well.
Wow.
Wow, you both are failures together.
And we both have scratches, like.
Matching.
McCain comes up on the left side of Wolfhelm. He gets down on his knees, and with both hands, he just begins wildly stabbing down into the creature in the water. You just see all this pus and blood begin to pool
Oh my
around
God.
him.
What are you
He's going to
doing?
get
Why is it
advantage
getting
on
so
these
close?
savage
You
attacks.
also get infected, too.
He's got an 18 on the first, an 18, no, a nat 20 on the second,
Oh my
piercing
God.
the brain of that one.
God.
He just jiggles the knife around, laughing as he does it, and then pulls the knife out, and the creature dies immediately.
Oh my
Oh, I'm so
god.
in love with him.
There's pus everywhere.
Covered in pus.
We are moving right along. Wolfhelm, seeing that the creature in front of him is dead, he looks over to you, Rogar. He rushes around McCain, past you and Rodolfo to your left-hand side where there's still space.
Keeps
and he gets to
running.
stab at the
Smack his
creature
ass
in the
real good.
yeah, just keeps on running. With a 3, he misses on his first attack, but with a 16, he hits his second, so that's saving grace there. He's going to do 5 plus 4 damage, doing 9. 5 plus 6
Everyone
damage,
just
sorry,
roll.
doing 11.
Everyone do 9 damage.
At 11.
Oh.
11. We are moving right along. This guy is going to try and push you, Rogar, out of the way to topple on top of you and get onto that higher ground. He's got a 12 with his strength check. What do you got, my friend?
The nat 20.
Holy
Boom.
shit.
Not only do you push back, but I'm going to give you an opportunity attack to cleave down directly onto his skull at advantage.
It's a 16.
Okay, so you do cleave down onto his shoulder, which is a nice hit, man. Good stuff. Roll me your damage.
Ooh, it's 10 damage.
Woo.
Sweet.
Good job.
Okay. We are
Get
moving
back.
along to Rogar. This is your actual turn now.
Hey.
Just keep attacking.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep cleaving at the head. Or...
Yeah, go for the head. I think we've established that.
It's a miss, and that's a hit.
Nice. Roll me your damage.
10 damage.
Drops it. 10.
Okay. We are going to now be on to Rodolfo. Rodolfo is going to roll a 5 for his first attack, but with a 12 on his second one, he's going to
Nice.
deal his 1d8 damage, so 3 plus 3. He's dealing 6. Good stuff, buddy. And we're back to the top. McCain, seeing that you guys, there's no real space for him to kind of fuck with this guy, because you guys are all right on the edge of where the water gets a little bit deeper. So he is going to take his knives and kind of try and spin them from the side, like he's hucking rocks, right? He's just going to try and
Rodolfo.
curve
What's that
those.
movie? What's that movie where they curve the bullets?
Wanted.
Wanted. He's wanteding it. Wanteding it?
I think
Wanting
we
it.
made this joke a
Did
long
I?
time. He's wanted to.
Listen,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, I only watch so many movies, so much pop culture reference. They're going to come around eventually, okay?
He's bending it like Beckham.
No.
That's a 5,
Save
so
that
he
for
absolutely does not, and a 2, so he
Save that
misses
for the
both his
air.
knife attacks.
For later.
You miss both?
He misses both his knife attacks with a 5 and a 2.
He didn't want
We
it
are-
enough.
Moving on to Wolfhelm, who's going to be striking twice at this guy with a 17. That's a hit, and with a 19, that is a
Are
crushing
you
hit
gonna
on
say
this
20
guy.
again?
With an 8 and a 4, that is 12 plus 6 plus 6, so 24 damage
Holy
total.
Shit. I have his weapon?
No. Steal it from
This
him.
guy is now going
Yeah.
to attack, still trying to charge at Rogar to get out of the water. He's got a 2 as a strength check.
That's a 6.
So it's feeble. It's a feeble attempt, but you push him back. Congratulations. Rogar, it's now your turn.
I'm so strong. Yeah, I'll just keep going for the head.
Yeah, roll me 2d20s, man.
Just kill it already, please.
It's a 15. And that's a miss. So 6 damage.
Hey.
Nice. Roll, 6 damage total.
He's slowly getting weaker. He's
Oh,
slowly
fantastic.
like, I'm tired.
Got scratched.
It's now
My
Rodolfo's
wound
turn.
hurts.
With a
Is it
4,
better?
with a 14 and a 12, he hits both attacks. With a 4 and a 3, that's 7 plus 3 plus 3. So we got 13. He slays the final creature. Drogar, you gain
Okay.
1,300 experience points.
Oh my god.
My babe.
I think I'm gonna level up.
Are you leveling up?
I'll have to do the math, but I think so.
Cool. Okie dokie. So there is silence in the well. Heavy breathing from Rodolfo. And probably yourself as well. McCain, fitting 2 knives back into their sheaths. He goes, well, that was fun.
Rogar vigorously begins gnawing off his arm.
Wolfhelm looks to everyone, and he has his gauntlets on, right? His gloves. He looks to everyone and says, by whatever means necessary, we have to burn these bodies. Drag them up into the dry land there. And when we're finished, Rogar, you cover them in oil.
Yes, sir.
He covers himself in
Okay.
oil too.
This should help my
I love a nice oil bath.
So he and the other men begin to drag these bodies, these corpses, until there are only a 2 of them remaining. They're just in the middle of the wellspring.
Go away.
Rodolfo looks to everyone, and he says, I might as well do it.
What a nice guy.
He gets it.
McCain looks to him, and he says, it's been real, brother. And Rodolfo looks
Go in the
to
water, idiot. He's not
Wolfhelm, and he says, if I turn, just leave me down here. And Wolfhelm goes, I think it takes a little bit longer than that, my friend. There's still hope for you yet.
Fucking idiot.
Remember that I was exposed as well, and I didn't change at all. So Rodolfo,
Wow.
taking off some of his heavier garments, he swims into the middle of the lake, the wellspring, dragging the bodies back with him, and they are put onto the pile.
But he dies
And he
halfway
gets
swimming
trapped
back.
in his
8 more of them arrive.
I hang myself.
I hang
Where's that rope?
Pull me back up.
Okay,
Hit my rock
Rogar,
hard while I hang myself.
everyone is looking at you, my friend.
At me?
Correct.
Why is everyone looking at me?
The oil you
I thought
You're
it was
just
'cause
looking
of
at your
stress.
arm.
Alright, I'll go pour the oil on the bodies.
Okay, so pouring the oil all over the bodies, the men grab torches and throw torches onto the bodies, which begin to burn, and a foul smell kind of emanates from them.
Smells
But
like
nonetheless, you guys
Ew.
have purged the
orphanage
cave
burned
of
down.
I
all
get
of the.
it.
But nonetheless, you have purged the cave of the creatures, the spawn. Rogar Ragnak, you are going to gain 1,500 experience points for
Oh my
completing the
God.
task of descending down into the well.
Nice.
Good job.
Okie dokie. So, Wolfhelm looks to the men, and grabbing a torch from the ground, he says, while these burn, we should look around. It doesn't look like they got through the cave-in, so there must be another way in or out of here.
Okay.
The well. We already talked.
So, Wolfhelm looks around and kind of crosses over to the more treacherous walking area, the other side of the wellspring. And the other 2 men do look around as well. However, it is McCain who, in rummaging around and searching, finds a relatively large-sized hole on the other side of the wellspring, which obviously was more treacherous terrain. It's not where you guys drop down into. Kind of throwing a torch inside, it clacks against the stones, but he doesn't see anything in there. He calls out to the rest of you and says, I found it!
Mhm.
Okay, I head over.
Where?
So everyone heads over, and Wolfhelm looks at it. He says, I'd like to know where this leads, but I don't think we have the resources or the time to go investigate. He looks
In
to
you go.
Rodolfo?
Shove
looks-
Rodolfo in,
You
yeah.
got this, buddy.
He looks to Rodolfo and says, I need you to cave it in. So Rodolfo pulls the pickaxe from his back and begins to chip away at the top of it, just caving it in, essentially.
Okay.
Okay? Wolfhelm looks to the others and he says, we'll take shifts if need be, but we're going to stay down here until it's done.
Okay.
Help him with your war axe, whatever. War pick.
I don't
You don't want
damage
to
my
ruin your war
weapon.
pick against stone.
Doesn't matter. There's probably a couple more up there. You can get.
Okay, so the process takes nearly 2.5 hours. You guys kind of head down in there, right, collapsing it at multiple points, and then pulling yourselves out covered in dirt, sweat, and dust from the rocks. Wolfhelm looks to everyone and says, all right, there's only one way to get back to the rope. We have to swim it.
Okay. I was gonna ask you if I could heal up first.
He looks to you and he says, take whatever time you need.
Okay, it'll only take 2 hours.
Days. When's the war over?
When's the war over?
4, 7, so 11, 2. I'll gain 13 health back.
Sweet. Okay. Wolfhelm looks to everyone. He then turns towards the well and calls up, "Lower the rope." And the rope falls down directly into the water. Okay? He then swims over to it, grabbing it, and then yells, "Hoist!" And the men pull, and he quickly shoots up towards the top of the well. that process...
And just as fast falls right back down.
As soon as he out of sight, McCain and Rodolfo just start beating the shit out of you.
Oh, what happened? Rogar didn't make it.
There's more of them. We swear.
Okay, so that process is rinsed and repeated 3 more times until everyone is back up on the surface. Rogar, congratulations on completing your task. It was really well done.
Thank you.
And you can do your debrief soon, but I want to put a question to the group. Would we like to continue and hear more about Tyson and Vel, or would we like to pause or end for the evening? It's up to you guys.
I'm good to keep going.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
if we're good to
Fans,
keep
you want us
going,
to keep going?
Can
No,
I
this is your chance.
ask the fans, if we are going to keep going, can I take a quick 2-second break?
Sure, we'll put the break
Yeah.
music on, and we'll come back for Tyson's half. Okay, guys.
Or we can talk
Love
to Noel
it.
because
Oh yeah, we could chat. No, you just go. You're
Thanks,
not even in the
babies.
screen, so it doesn't matter.
Noel during the podcast said during all that sweet action. Oh, Noel's even saying keep going, idiots.
Whoa. We're morons, okay?
He didn't say anything. He just said keep going. But he said, I miss dropping the dice because of how much fun you all are having. This is so awesome. Oh, only 8 poison damage. LOL. I love the attitude.
Give me more.
I was just expecting like something worse, but I don't even know what to
I know
say.
you were
I
like,
was gonna say-
I'm gonna lose my penis.
It's gone.
You could have that. Okay.
No, I definitely think something's coming though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it.
How would
checked
you
out.
react if you were pregnant with one of these babies?
I don't think it'd be pregnant. It's more infection.
Yeah, I was gonna say infected would be funny though.
And my question was,
Cut off my own arm.
Noel said, sorry, morons.
I'll
Thank
take
you.
it. Don't worry, I'll cauterize the wound for you.
No, I'll just have a fucking metal arm.
Noel's gonna send us nudes.
Not again.
No, we told you to stop.
I'll have a metal arm and I'll be the next Bucky.
Am I Cap? Fuck
You're
yeah.
actually Wolfhelm's cap. He's
Fuck
got
you.
the big ass shield.
I like that he gets your hope up. Yeah, give me that props. No,
Then you're more like
absolutely not.
you're more like Falcon, you piece of shit. Useless.
I'm Bucky.
Bucky turns bad.
You could be Doctor Strange.
I don't think I'm like Doctor.
No, I don't think so at all.
More like
Doctor Strange is very,
You can
very smart.
teleport. You can cast magic.
You can teleport, and that's my defense.
That's it. Different planes.
I just want to tell the audience that I did end up getting new dice. I went to a local shop here called Wizard's Tower, and I got.
Whoa! They don't sponsor us. No
I know,
shout outs.
but
Sponsored by Wizards
I
Tower.
support them. I support them. They're
That's
good.
fine.
They're a good store.
Yeah, they're cool.
And so I got new dice, and they're heavy. They're freaking heavy, but they're actual metal.
20 pounds.
And no, but it's probably a
Solid
good.
gold.
It's probably a good half. How heavy is that? You do weights?
You
Dude,
do
Lena,
weights.
tell me
do
metal
weights.
dice aren't the best.
Like
A quarter of a
pound and
pound?
half.
You think it's a pound and a half?
It's pretty heavy.
It's heavy. It's a heavy dice.
Yeah,
Anyway.
tell me
At least a pound.
metal dice are the best, eh, Lena?
Yeah, I'm very excited to be able to use it.
For sure.
And then I also got new black dice, and they're like shimmery, like a night sky. So I got those
Ooh.
too.
Shimmering like the night sky. Love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling?
Good. Wait, is that it for my episode?
Good. Wait.
Oh, sweet Rogar. Rogar, you're back at the top of the well, and there are men and women all around. They all kind of clamor around the group of the brave souls who entered the well.
Get
And they
off
all
of me.
say, What is it? That's Megamind, where all the people come up at the end and they're like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Back, you savages!" And he pulls out his gun, and then the girl's like, "Sorry, he's just not used to positive reinforcement." So the people all clamor around, and they begin asking questions like, "Were they down the well? Like, what happened? Is it safe to drink?" So Wolfhelm puts up his hand, requesting silence, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have cleared the filth from the well. We'll let the wellspring do its work, and slowly that water will cycle through and we'll have fresh drinking water again." So everyone cheers and applauds, and the city is genuinely thankful. Rogar, you are now going to be given preferential treatment throughout the city of Ryberry. Any foodstuffs, any supplies, any women, any bars are all going to give you significant discounts for the efforts at Ryberry.
What if they're not even prostitutes? Discount.
So, Rogar, I'm going to give you a token. It is called Hero of the People, and the people of Ryberry respect and admire you.
I wonder how that feels.
That's so good.
Yeah,
So
you wonder why you don't know how it feels. Don't act like you're a giver, man.
I've tried to protect them from the Iron Wolves.
Okay, so Rogar, that is where we are leaving you for the moment. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Just concerned about that scratch is all.
Okay, so
Valid concern.
it is Wolfhelm who looks to both you and Rodolfo and says, "I want you to both go see Dorman, our healer. You won't be heading into the main chamber where we're keeping Groban, but I want you both assessed. Understood?" And
Yes, sir.
Rodolfo nods at Wolfhelm. So that's where you can head next.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll head there with Rodolfo.
Okay. So we are now moving along to Tyson McKay. Tyson McKay, welcome back, my friend.
It's been a while, I was pregnant, almost died. But that's the miracle of childbirth,
That's the miracle of childbirth. Tyson McKay, I would like you to roll me a D20, please. A Constitution saving throw, if you will.
Stop it. We just got
Stop
back
it, I've
into
gone
this
through
nice happy
enough.
place. Constitution?
Yes.
I think it's a 14. Sure is, 14.
Fantastic. Tyson, you
Die.
awake at around 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Okay?
good.
So not but a few hours later. You feel very weak, but yet you feel discomfort lying down, and you just feel hungry and thirsty. And there is a man sitting in your room, one of the nights of the new moon, whose name you do not know. He looks to you and he says, "Sir, you're awake."
Sir. Yeah. Morning.
He says, "Can I get you anything, food or water?"
Both, please.
Okay, so he says, "I'll return in just a moment. If you need anything, just call, okay?"
Okay. I need
All right.
food and water.
Yes, he got that. So he heads down to the kitchens, and not but 3, maybe more minutes later, returns with bread, cheese, meat, as well as some ale and water, if you so choose.
Get drunk.
I don't know. Should I drink the water, though?
How about
Is this water fine?
Is water fine? What would you like to do, Tyson? You want to eat?
Yeah. I'll eat, and then
Cool.
I'll ask the guard why my pants are off.
So you already feel stronger, getting some nourishment into your body, and there is a knock at the door. Looking up, you and the guard at the same time, it is Vel. His spectacles a little bit far down on his nose. He speaks softly to the guard and says, "Do you mind giving me a moment with Tyson?"
Where's that old man?
Okay, so the guard nods and exits the room, and Vel comes over to you, pulling a chair towards your bed so that he's just a little bit closer to you. He sits and he says, "I'll let you finish eating, Tyson."
Val, you came back for me.
Of course I did. I tried my best, my friend.
Wow, I had no doubt you were coming back for me. You're my only friend. My other friend just said bye.
I, however, do feel I need to apologize, Tyson. You looked in far worse shape, and I fully intended to arrive sooner, had it not been for my misfortune down in limbo.
Val, I had everything under control. You know me.
He smiles, kind of dryly, and he says, "It certainly looks like you had everything under control.
Val, where are my pants?
The city looks great, and the people look like they're doing very well as well. Did you have anything to do with that?"
Everything to do with it.
He says, "I've no doubt. Now, tell me, fill me in on what's going on here. Yes, the Iron Wolves are here, I understand, but do you have any additional information?"
Well, we were captured. I came to see you. You told me I was pregnant, went back, got the shit kicked out of me. Multiple times, Val. Multiple times. I told people I was pregnant. They looked at me funny. And then they offered me a place in the Iron Wolves. I said, no thanks, Jose, even though his name's Ularic. Went back. We had this cool moment. Me and the one girl, Lena, gave her some cheese. She said, hey, I got a buddy that can heal you. I said, cool, I'll go with that. She let me out, go see him. And then he turned out to be this bad dude who wanted to take my powers away. And then didn't even help me, dick. And then he came back and when I was really weak and said, hey, I could take your friend's power and then I could heal you. And I was like, maybe. And then I said no. And then something came out of the well, super gross, and they killed it. I didn't get any XP. I didn't get any XP, Vel.
Vel seems a little puzzled at your mention of XP, but he just continues to nod along.
Life experience. And there's a big army in the forest. And yeah, how many days has it been? Has that happened already, or what's going on?
How many days has it? Sorry, what are you saying? How many days has it been?
Have I been out? I don't know.
Oh, since you became pregnant? Or since you started to feel the effects?
Since I've been unconscious.
Oh, how many days have you been unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you've only been unconscious, like you passed out in the early hours of, or the late hours of the evening.
Okay.
And you were asleep. Vel performed that little spell on you, gave you something to drink, and then put that necklace around your neck, and that was 8 o'clock in the morning. You slept for another 3 hours before you awoke.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, my character wouldn't know. Like I'm unconscious.
So Vel looks to you and says, "It is simply later in the morning, Tyson. You slept a little bit more, but I feel like your body probably needed sustenance."
Yeah, I was hungry.
"Yes, the tadpole will do that. Eat away at whatever you consume. But I think you won't have to worry about that anymore, my friend."
My baby. What happened to it?
Well, that is a whole nother story. And thank you for sharing yours, by the way.
Anytime, Vel. You know me. Open book.
I'd like to give you 250 experience points for recounting the tale to Vel.
Oh. Did I get everything?
You pretty much, dude, you were bang on, man. And it was pretty Tyson-esque of you.
Yeah.
I was, as you were talking, I was totally picturing what it would sound like if somebody dubbed your voice and made it into a song. And I think it would have sounded so legit. So I think we should make that into a soundbite.
Oh, God.
So, Vel looks at you, Tyson. He says, "I suppose we should start with what is around your neck. That is a Modron heart. The Modrons are mechanical creatures of law and efficiency, and their home is on Mechanus, a plane, very much similar to others that you may have visited in the past. However, the Modrons, who some believe to be soulless, are anything but. They have a heart, indeed. It is a core of pure law, and it strengthens its wearer in battle and otherwise against chaotic creatures. Now, to kill a Modron is not something that I was willing to undertake. They are lawful and good creatures, typically, and follow absolute and utter law. Thus, I knew I had to look elsewhere for the item that I sought. So, delving into my books and discovering what I could, I learned that a Slod Lord, one of 3 in Limbo, the Lord of Randomness, Korst, had one in his possession. You see, he visited Mechanus many years ago, and in doing so killed more than a handful of Modrons before escaping. He took their hearts, and so I stole one from him. However,
Jesus.
It turned out to be a little more intensive than I had previously thought.
That's what took you so long?
You can't imagine it, my friend. Korst is nearly 20 feet tall, a white greater Slad. He has many forms, which I saw while I was there, but they were not mentioned in the texts. You see, he cares for nothing but himself, Tyson. He's independent,
I don't know what that's
impulsive,
like.
and erratic. Totally self-absorbed. And he does whatever he wishes from moment to moment, as he is the Lord of Randomness. You see, even the other Slad Lords, or Slad, will not speak or deal with Korst, as 1 second he can go from offering you flowers to slitting your throat. When I arrived there, he was in an amicable mood for at least the first few minutes. We exchanged blows, then shared lunch. It was an altogether very tiring experience.
You had lunch while I was dying?
You have to understand, Tyson, that you have to deal with Korst in a very unique way. I couldn't just attack him outright. He's a very powerful Slad Lord.
You had sex with him, didn't you?
So if I could make strides when he was not violent, I knew that that was my best hope. He thought he had beaten me, imprisoned me, but I escaped, stealing the Modron heart and coming back to you.
So, okay, so you stole this from him?
Correct.
Now, does he have a way to track it?
You see, Korst, while he is jealous and fickle and caring only of himself, he will not leave that primordial soup of Limbo, deep where chaos is thick and fills the very air.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about him coming after me.
I do not think so, and if he were to come after anyone, it would be me.
Well, that's not fun either. But how long do I have to wear this for?
Well, that's a matter of debate, my friend. You see, very few have survived an impregnation from a Slad, and very few of those wrote down their full accounts. I'm not sure that anyone used a Modron heart before. Others had used clerical magic and lawful magic to destroy it. The Modron heart should sap its energy, making it hard for it to grow. In doing so, it will shrink down to a more manageable size, and most likely the pure law that emanates from the heart will destroy it in time. It could be days or weeks, perhaps longer, I don't know.
Years.
There is something you should know, Tyson. The longer you wear this necklace, the longer you too will find yourself aligning with the virtues of law and order.
No!
Yes.
Take it off. Let me die.
He's gonna be good.
No.
I know that this is very hard to hear, Tyson, and I am very sorry for your loss, but there is no other way. Tyson, I'm going to give you 200 experience points for your little outburst there. I think it's funny.
Just let me die, pal.
He looks to you and says, over time, perhaps over the next few days, your very alignment will change. If you were a chaotic being in the beginning, you may become neutral, and later on lawful.
Let me start now. Hello, sir. Well, how's your day today? Fucking kiss your ass, wipe your shoes. What do you want me to do? I'm not a bitch.
That is a nice attempt, Tyson, but you know that that's not what being lawful is all about.
I can't suck dick, Belle.
I don't think that's a matter of law or not, Tyson.
What?
Perhaps morality.
Oh.
What does it mean then?
It means that those who adhere to law adhere to family, to order, to hierarchy and rank, as well as a sense of what is dutiful to do.
I'm
It's
gonna be
more
one of
than
those-
being good or bad.
I'm gonna be one of those lame new moons, aren't I?
We're
I'm-
called Iron Moons now.
Oh, the Iron Moons. Sorry
I
for their
don't-
team now.
I doubt very much that the Iron Wolves. No, sorry, not the Iron. I was about to say.
No one
I was
wants
about
me.
to say Iron Moons. God damn it. I doubt very much that the Knights of the New Moon will take you in, Tyson. I don't think you have to worry about that.
What the fuck? Even when I'm lawful and bitchly or whatever you said.
Oh, it so
Perhaps if
actually
you-
upsets me.
Perhaps
me
if you
happy.
put your best foot forward, my boy.
My left foot. I dropped a
Whichever one
rock
is
on
best.
my right foot when I was young in a farming accident.
Ever since then, his toes have been crisscrossed.
So he looks to you and says, "Is there anything else we need to discuss? If not, I think I will head and get some sleep."
Ask him if he's sticking around for the fight.
Yeah, are you sticking around for the fight?
Oh, Tyson, I typically don't involve myself in these matters. But if you ask it of me, I suppose I will.
You're gonna kill him.
He,
He
ki-
just wants to go for a nap.
he killed my humanity.
No, not like just the fight in general. You could have a nap.
Well, okay, we'll leave that for another time. But
But you stay awake for right now.
I still feel pretty weak. Is there anything I can do to get stronger or heal myself
Hit the
faster?
gym.
First, I will cast a spell of greater restoration on you that should allow for your health to reach its full maximum again.
Will I be able to use my powers again?
With time, yes, I think so.
How much time?
As soon
Val?
as you... Tyson, as we already said, there aren't many cases to draw inference from. I don't know how long it will take, but I'd imagine that within a day or more, you should be able to begin casting at full strength again.
A day or more. That army could come anytime. My butthole
Now
will be
the-
wide open, Vel. I'll be
There has-
lawful and I can't do anything.
There, God, these antics. Tyson, there is a chance that your magic will be at its full strength. However, the chaos of the Slad tadpole still inside you, though it is dying, may influence your magic in chaotic ways.
Uh-oh. Die.
So I could be lawful and still cast chaotically.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd still have the wand
Perhaps
too.
in the sense that you think, Tyson. This chaos of the Slod may influence your magic to have undesired effects in addition to your spell,
God
or
damn
in
it,
the
I'm gonna be
place of
casting
it.
water now.
Nonetheless, I will cast Greater Restoration and let you get some rest if you need it.
Thanks, Vel. I don't need it.
So,
Shit.
Vel begins to speak the incantation and make the somatic components to casting greater restoration upon you. So, Tyson McKay, with this warm glow of light that seems to leave your body all warm and tingly feeling, greater restoration is cast upon you. You are still at the number of hit points you were at previously, but your hit point maximum has been accelerated and it is back to full.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Yay. Tyson's almost back. You guys
Okay.
ready? You guys
Vel
ready?
I don't know.
looks
Looks
to
back.
You ready?
Vel looks
Yeah, but now Roger is gonna die.
Good.
Vel looks to you, Tyson, and he says, "With that, my friend, I am going to go take a rest.
Okay, Vel, thanks for everything, man.
Anytime, Tyson, anytime.
Nah, you don't owe me anything anymore. We're even.
I should certainly hope not," he says as he walks away slowly.
Love you too, Vel.
Okay,
Dad.
Tyson, if you're going to take another rest, I will certainly allow you to, well, you did just wake up. I'll allow you to roll
That's
hit
it.
dice if you so choose.
Oh boy. How many do I have? A lot.
Oh boy. Oh dear me.
Okay, that's not great. Okay, that's better. 11. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I get
The
back
math look.
35 health.
That's pretty good.
Not full yet, but pretty close.
Tyson
When
McKay,
Noah-
you're going to gain 400 experience points for the greater restoration taking effect and for getting yourself back up in your health points.
Wow. All thanks to me.
When Noah
Oh.
first said that he that was gonna cast Greater Restoration, Noel said Tyson just wet himself, and I thought that was really good.
I did. See? Yeah. No, I'm glad to be back, you know? I still got the wand too, so I don't have to cast my magic if I don't want to.
That's true.
Have
That's
you been
fair.
hiding that up your butt?
Deep up in there. Way up in my rectum.
Okay, friends. It is now a question of if you guys would like to continue. This is a good place to leave it. However, we can touch on Rogar going to see the healer, and we can touch.
No. Let's leave that.
We can also touch on Lena heading to speak to Ularic.
No, let's leave that too.
Do we see everybody coming back though? Like, does
You were on the
Irina know?
steps of the guild hall, the Knights of the New Moon, when Rogar and Wolfhelm and McCain and Rodolfo all were hoisted up, and there was all that cheering and applause. So after that all went down, Wolfhelm approached the guild hall, nodding at you as he passed, as did Rogar, as did your boy, Rodolfo, but McCain did not. He headed off.
He's still in the WoW.
McCain didn't come up, or McCain didn't go towards the guild hall?
He didn't go towards the guild hall of the Knights
Okay,
of
yeah,
the
I
New
was
Moon.
like, what?
You did see him pass and head up towards the mayor's hall.
Oh.
I want to follow him if I can. If
Okay.
we're on me right now.
No, yeah, we can go to you. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So, Lena, you head up to the mayor's hall, following McCain, and as you enter, after walking up the steps, you open the wide doors to find Ularic sitting at the table, the long banquet table, and McCain sitting across from him, downing a drink, looks like a cup of mead or ale, and he's gesturing with his hands, speaking about most likely what happened down in the well. As you approach, McCain doesn't even stop talking, but continues and says, "And then I threw knives this way. I got them right in the neck," he says, and that Wolfhelm guy, he's fucking nuts, he says. Guy's got a massive sword. He stabs people with it. It was fucking glorious. Okay? So Ularic
I'm so
kind
into
of raises an eyebrow at McCain's recount. He's obviously not downplaying Wolfhelm or anyone. He says, "Only bad news is, boss." And then he looks up towards you, Lena, and then looks back towards Ularic, and Ularic says, "You may speak." And McCain then says, "It's Rodolfo, sir. He's being seen by that healer of the Knights of the New Moon. He got scratched, pulled under into the well. It's a fair chance that he's infected." So Ularic looks to McCain and says, "I want you to go down there and find out his status. If he is infected, I need to know." So McCain stands, downing the drink quickly. He winks at you, Lena, and then says, "See ya."
I'll kind of throw him one of his wicked smiles
Okay.
that he does.
Congratulate. Nice. Good stuff. I like it. You rolling seduction, charisma on any of this, or are you just going to smile at him?
I'll roll. I'm right in front of my dad, right? I'll roll a seduction.
It's not your real dad.
Fuck. I don't have my charisma, but I think my charisma is a 3. So that would be
Okay.
a solid 12.
Nice. The intent is expressed, and McCain kind of gives one of his grins back, and then with a little bit of a what's it called, a pep in his step. I don't
Okay.
know.
I thought
Like
he was
he's-
going to say he was going to hug me, and I was like, ew, no.
No. With like a little bit of a jump in his step, with a little bit of a a can-do attitude. It looks like he's feeling good after his venture in the
Crazy
well.
outburst.
He heads out the main doors and down towards the Guild Hall of the Knights of the New Moon. It is now you with Ularic. What would you like to do?
So I'm going to recount my story as well.
Okay. Would you like to roleplay that for me?
Yeah, I would.
Don't say it like that.
Yeah.
God, I'm not McCain right now. Don't hit on me.
So when Irina and I left, we pretty quickly found some footsteps, and she took a mold of it using supplies that she had on hand with clay. As we were letting that...
Where is this mold? He says.
It's with Wilmond, who is the librarian. He's using it to study up on creatures that might have similar footprints or other types of infections that might cause the same kind of bloating and swelling.
Okay. So Ularic leans back in his chair, and then crossing his fingers and leaning back, he sits back and intently listens to what you're about to say next.
So as we were waiting for that mold to dry, we continued on through the forest, and we began hearing a woman speaking in kind of a clearing valley area. We got down. She didn't notice us. Irina eventually said that she wanted to speak with her. I didn't think it was a great idea, but we did anyways. As we stood up, her kind of happy and creepy demeanor changed to crazy chaotic, and her, as she was speaking to the plants, she ended up attacking us. She summoned a Venus flytrap. We called it a blossom, right? We called it a blossom plant.
Yeah, it's a deadly blossom, yeah.
She summoned a deadly blossom using her staff and her druid abilities. As we fought that, I got kind of swallowed up, but Irina came to my rescue there. We were in the middle of tying her up when her staff didn't come to her beckon anymore. So I called it, and it came to me, and I'm showing him my staff. Obviously, it's big, like he would have seen it. I'm going to say, so it came to me instead. She ended up getting away, but she could communicate with plants, and they were able to tell her where we were and everything before the fight began. So that was weird. And then we headed back to camp. We took the mold, and we came back.
And now we're lovers.
Cool stuff, Lena. So I'm going to give you 250 experience points for recounting your tale to Ularic.
Okay.
And Ularic, after being silent
I
for a
should go
moment.
to Wolfhelm and recount his tale.
I was there.
You don't get it, Wolfhelm. I want the 250. I want it. No, only Tyson breaks the fourth wall, baby. Okay. So Ularic sits silent for a moment and then says, "So she got away."
She did, yes.
And is it clear that she is a part of this force outside our walls, or is she simply a wanderer, a loner?
It's hard to say. Part of me thinks that she would be a loner. She didn't like when things died, and she wasn't, not that I'm aware of or that I noticed, she wasn't at the original lineup on that first night. And she didn't like when things died. She was very distraught when the blossom died, so I wouldn't assume that she'd be killing other things. And
Well, that is troubling. If she's still alive, she could seek vengeance or want her staff back, he says, as with his two clasped hands, he points towards it with his fingers.
Oh.
You want me to give it back?
Take it and just throw it over the wall.
Certainly not. I simply want you to be prepared. Tell me, what does this staff do?
It appears to be a staff of loyalty, in which I can store some spells in it, and it seems
call it back.
Oh
to
yeah,
yourself.
it can be called back within 30 feet. And
Then I suggest that you begin storing spells in it. If this druid wants to pick a fight with you again, you'll need to be ready.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any
Okay.
recommendations for what spells I should store? Would you recommend? Actually, I'll ask a legit
Lay on
question.
hands.
It seems to have kind of magic capacity. Like it can only handle so much before it stops working or doesn't absorb any other spells. Would you recommend having many smaller spells within it or one greater spell within it?
Lena, I have told you since you were a young child, your opponents will never give you any quarter. If you go easy on them, you're a fool. So, do you go easy on your opponents and give them a greater chance of beating you, or do you lay an all-out offensive?
He's joking.
I lay out an all-out offensive.
Correct. Very good. Now, I have some matters I need to attend to. If you have nothing else to do, I suggest you prepare your staff and join me later this evening.
You're both puppets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Dad. I'll do this, Dad.
At least I'm not yelling at Vel, who just saved my life.
Hey, you're gonna be a good boy.
No. I don't
Welcome
wanna be
to
one
the
of them.
good squad, baby.
I'll kill myself.
He looks to you and says, I believe there will be an attack tonight. Whatever creatures outside those walls yesterday, I believe they will be coming today. Damek has foreseen it.
Okay.
Damn it.
How is Damek?
Are you asking that?
Yeah. Not quite like that, but like, how is Damek?
He is as he always is, I suppose.
Does
That
he
answers everything and nothing.
does he require anything to continue his premonitions?
One bright lord.
Lena, I don't want you interfering, talking to, hanging around Damek any more than is necessary. Do you understand?
Yes.
He is not to be trusted in his entirety. He answers only to our leader, which is me. He does not answer to you or anyone else. In my absence, or in my lack of power over him, he would be a deadly force. Understood?
Yes.
Good. Then I will see you later tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Lena,
Yes,
for
Dad.
your entire conversation with Damek, I'm going to give you 250 experience
Damek?
points. With Damek, with God.
He's been in disguise this whole time.
Blah, 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 blah. For your
Yeah.
entire discussion with Ularic, I'm going to give you 250 experience
Cool.
points.
Sounds good. I'm gonna walk away and I'm gonna go find my husband, McCain.
Marriage.
Love the confidence, girlfriend. He is currently outside the Guild Hall of the Knights of the New Moon. There are two knights which are blocking his path, and he's like spitting at them and shouting, let me in, motherfuckers! He's screaming at them. And they're just like, we already told you, we can't let you in. They're seeing the healer right now. Okay? And he goes, I don't give two shits who they're seeing. Let me through! And he's trying to push through them, but McCain's scrawny, and he's not going to pull his blades on the knights. So he gets pushed back, kind of taking a few stumbling steps backwards. He begins to go for it again, but then he sees you, and he turns around and he says, tell these fucking pigs to get out of my way.
McCain, let's take a breath for a second here.
So he turns back towards the guards, just his head, huffing and puffing. He goes, yeah, this isn't over. And then he turns and walks away from them towards you.
I thought the Knights of the Iron Guard or whatever were together.
Yeah, McCain has a job to do directly from Ularic. He doesn't like it when people get in the way.
No, I understand. And I'm gonna help you. But you need to stay calm with these guys. They don't respond to hyper energy.
He raises an eyebrow at you and says, oh, and I'm sure your demeanor is going to get right through that door.
Oh.
I'm gonna just walk past him and go up to the guards and say hello.
Okay, so they look at you, and I mean they've been standing right there. They go, "Hello."
We have been requested by Ularic to see specifically one patient. Is Wolfhelm around that we could talk to request entry, or
Wolfhelm is busy. The one guard to the right says. He's speaking with higher members of our order, and he's been asked not to be disturbed.
Is
He also
Irina
gave
around?
He also gave specific instructions for us not to let anyone through to see either Rogar or Rodolfo.
Is Irina around?
Who do you think Wolfhelm is speaking with?
You said higher ups a second ago, so I figured, you know.
Yeah, Irina's higher up.
Irina is second in command.
Yeah, well, your butt's not, so.
Oh.
I have my orders, Wolf. So, how about you tuck your tail between your legs and
Who
go
is this
back
guy? Is
to
he just
wherever
some
you came
random
from.
fucking piece of
He's
shit?
a guard. He's a guard, yeah.
Is McCain, like, near me?
McCain is tapping his foot, arms crossed, and he is looking away from the situation because he's pissed.
Ugh, I would hope that I could grapple them right now.
Just kill them.
But if McCain's not gonna jump in, then I don't wanna get involved.
You're gonna kill guards. It's gonna cause a lot of
Okay,
problems.
so
Is Wilmond around?
they
I
both
don't
look
ask
at
them
you.
that. I'm just looking. I'm looking for Wilmond.
Okay. Wilmond is not around. You'd imagine that he's probably in his study or maybe grabbing some food, but you can't see him.
Okay, I have a plan. So I leave.
Long for the outro.
I'm gonna grab McCain's hand and kind of lead him around the building. Not like specifically so that they know I'm going around the building, but like kind of lead off. But then I want to go around the building to see if I can find a window, because you said that his study had a window in it that was like shambly covered by drapes. So I just want to go find that window and knock on it.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Bring your current love interest to your other love interest through a window. That's perfect.
Love triangle.
So, Lena, you are heading around the building looking for looking for Wilman's window. We are moving on quickly to Rogar Ragnak. Rogar, you are currently in a small room. Okay, it looks like there's two
Jail
beds.
cell.
What do the numbers mean?
There are two beds on either side of this small 12 by 15 room, okay? And you're sitting on one, and Rodolfo is sitting on the other. A large burly man with a long beard comes in. He's got what looks like cloth wrapped around his neck and around his up to his eyes. Over his eyes, he has a pair of spectacles that just look like they're intended to cover most of his face. He's got a hood pulled up tight around his head, and he's got gloves on, and no part of his body is exposed.
Bend over.
He quickly comes over to both you and Rodolfo. He holds up candles to both of your eyes, watching the pupils contract and then dilate back again. He taps your knees with a small mallet. He
Boot him across the room.
So he also inspects the back of your throats and looks, gives you all a kind of a once-over and checks your wounds. Okay? He looks at you, Rogar, and he says, "Rogar, you appear to not have contracted anything while down in the well, as far as I can tell. I suggest that you get this wound on your shoulder cleaned out and bandaged up. We'll do that later.
Yes, sir.
But I now need to inspect Rodolfo, so if you could please exit the room."
Okay, I leave.
Okay, so you see the beginnings of the same checking process going over with Rodolfo as you exit, and you are now in the hallway where that's the Hall of Commanders, right? So to your right is the courtyard, to your left is the main hall.
Okay. Well, I'll go to get my scratch like cleaned and patched up.
Yeah, so he's going to do that for you in a moment. He just doesn't want any of your open wounds near Rodolfo, who could still be infected.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So a few
wait
minutes
at the
go
door.
by before Doramin, the healer, exits. Closing the door behind him, he looks at you, and he just slowly shakes his head.
What is it? Tell me the
He
news.
He says, "Another one is infected."
Oh boy.
He looks to you and says, "Come this way. I have a sanitary room where we can clean that wound."
Okay, I follow him.
You open the door, Grobin's there.
Holy shit.
Okay, so in that room, he takes wet cloth and warm water, as well as tweezers and other implements, scalpels, to clean up the wound and ensure that there's nothing left inside of it, right? He also uses different solutions to cleanse the wound. He then also places and smears honey on the wound as well and wraps it. So honey is a known antibacterial solution to not allowing stuff to kind of get into a wound or fester. So it's just a light layer of it, and that is what he does. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Lena, if you're cool with it, I think it's best that we leave your break in for next session. And Rogar, I think that we're good to leave you here. Tyson, I think we're also good to leave here. So if everyone's cool with it, I think this is a good time for us to maybe sign off.
I changed my mind. I don't want to bring the cane with me.
Fantastic. We will deal with that at the beginning of next session.
Thanks,
Ladies and
Noah.
gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Dicey D20 with us. I would encourage you guys to check out our Podbean /Dicey D20 for our store, the Lore of Norian, as well as our Patreon Wall of Heroes. We appreciate all you guys. As well, check out our Twitter, Instagram, as well as Facebook, where we got funny memes. We had one about Tyson being pregnant today, which was a blast. In addition to that, I would like to say thank you to everyone who's listened to the live stream. Love you guys, and whether it was morning, evening, noon, or night, I'd like to say thank you very much for listening to the Dicey D20. This is your DM signing out.
Tyson's actually dead.
No! Love you guys.
Bye. We disconnect. Are we off?
Oh, we done?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Noah was doing. Could you not hear him?
I couldn't hear him. I'm still here though, baby.
He was like, whether it's morning, evening, noon, or not, dawn.
How hard is it to say morning, evening, noon, or night?
Evening, morning, lover's night.
Whether you're on the Mars or
Or in your car.
in your cars.
Is this episode 23? It is, right?
We're still alive.
Josh,
Jesus,
is this
Josh.
episode 23?
Alright, say bye to everyone.
We already
Noah.
said goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Yellow's dead.
Don't say those things.